Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. It's been, what, almost 2 months since the last one? Oh, I changed the camera slightly, so usually the camera would be like dead center in front of me. And I don't know, I just thought when I'm playing and I'm like looking, I don't know, it just looks weird. It just looks weird having me like staring like directly forward. So I was like, let's move it over here a little bit. You know, it does mean I'm on a very slight Dutch angle, but whatever. You don't care about that. You're here for gaming. And also, annoyingly, the chat is actually over here. It would probably be better if like the chat was, so and I'm turning to look at the camera. It's like, oh, he's reading the chat. Oh, I get it. He's looking at us. But I can't. The cable doesn't reach all the way over there. And also my second monitor on the side is actually much taller because I've got it rotated in portrait. But yes, today I'm going to be playing some Absolum, or is it Absolum? Or I don't actually know. To me, I would read it as Absolum, but I don't know. Maybe that's stupid and dumb. So I've been playing this for, I don't know, like off and on over the past week. I was playing some yesterday, and I think it's fantastic. Okay, good. I'm not the only one who reads it that way. Thank you. I was very pleasantly surprised by Streets of Rage 4, which this game is made by a lot of the same talent of Streets of Rage 4. Hello, Raylan. Welcome. So it's kind of, when I played Shinobi Art of Vengeance, that's kind of like some of the Streets of Rage 4 team did that, and then some of the others did this. I thought Shinobi was really good, but this is way better. This is like a whole other level. So and this is a roguelike as well. If we've all seen the roguelike video that I did, where I went on and on about I don't like roguelikes. There's all these things about roguelikes I really find annoying. This game doesn't not do those things. Like it very much is still a roguelike with all of those same kind of elements to it. But the core gameplay and just like boss and enemy design is so good that I can kind of go like, okay, well, whatever, not too bad. I mean, I'll get more into it as I play, but I think my main issue is just, and this is a roguelike thing in general, and I'm kind of surprised I didn't really talk about it in the video. In a roguelike that gives you like brand new, unique abilities. So in this game, you have a semi-basic kind of starting moveset for every character, but then you can unlock more abilities. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. I don't know, it just still sounds a little loud to me. Just a little bit more. And I'm gonna lower it on OBS a little bit. Let me know if that sounds all right. Like if I sound too loud or the game's too quiet. I think, I don't know. Yeah, when you unlock new moves, I get stuff like extra jumps or like whole new abilities of like, oh, press Y and up or Y and down, or do this at the end of a combo string and stuff. And that stuff's really cool. But the problem for me as a player is I like to, I don't know, it makes me think of starting a new save file in Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, where you're so used to having all the upgrades, and then you go back and you're like, oh my god, I can't do any of the things that I'm used to doing. And because you have that muscle memory built in, like once you get that move, now you're like, cool, I can do that. And that's kind of my issue with roguelikes, is that like it's hard to build a muscle memory of how to play it, because it's always going to be different, because you can't rely, oh well, I don't have that ability anymore. I have to remind myself not to do it. But then when I get it, it's like the opposite. Then I kind of forget I have it because I've trained myself not to think about it or not to use it. I don't know. Like, it's not unbearable, but it's just, I don't know. It's just something I think about. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I should probably quickly list off just some other stuff that I've like played and seen since the last stream, just so that it's something that we can remember to like talk about throughout the stream, hopefully, because I always forget. There's so much stuff. So obviously, while I was away, I went to California again to see all my friends. It was great. I had a wonderful time. Um, got to do San Diego Zoo this time, which was awesome. I got to do the new Fast and Furious roller coaster. I don't care about Fast and Furious, but I got to do the new Fast and Furious roller coaster at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's not even open yet. I got to do the second day of technical rehearsals. It was the day before I left because we had a second day of Universal. Like you could go any day, and I was like, let's just wait until like the day before we go, so it's like the last possible moment if the ride opens, we can get on. And it opened. Like we got to do it. It was so good. It's a if you haven't seen it, it's a roller coaster that drifts. You're in a car. There's like multiple cars on the track, and they drift around the turns. It was like I was like screaming, not like out of fear, but I'm like, oh my god, holy shit! Like it was so good. Um, yeah, I got to do a bunch of stuff. I played the DLC for Doom: The Dark Ages, which was fantastic. If I had more time, I would probably do a video on it, or at least some kind of coverage. I'd like to replay it on a stream maybe, but I thought it was great. Much better than the base game for Doom. Finished a like full playthrough of DMC3 on Switch 2, the special edition with like style switching and stuff. Still don't love the game. Like I think 5 is way better and everything, but you know, I think it's better with that stuff. And better when I kind of already know some of the stuff in that game of like, all right, I have to remember where to go and all, you know, I don't really like that in the early Devil May Cries, but whatever. I played Star Fox 64, the original, like on hardware, on 64, on CRT. Thought it was great. And I was kind of like, this doesn't need a remake. I played Gunstar Heroes and Alien Soldier by Treasure, two very good action platformers. I kind of liked Gunstar Heroes a little bit more, which I was surprised by because I thought Alien Soldier would be more my thing. But I think Alien Soldier, I need to play it like 5 more times to like really understand that game because there's so much going on. I played the Star Fox Switch 2 remake of 64, which is great as well, but I don't like the ugly character designs, and I don't really like the way they're written and the voice acting and the changes to the personalities and everything. And I played Star Fox Zero, which I gotta say, I don't understand what people hate about that game. I thought it was less focused than 64, so overall I brought it down a bit, but I think like it has the higher highs than Star Fox 64. I had no trouble, really. Outside of like a couple of bosses, though, I was a little like, I don't love some of these. Like the Aqua something, the one that's like a big ring and you got to shoot little satellite things, and that one was kind of annoying, because that one did kind of feel like you need to be looking at the gamepad and the TV at the same time, which I couldn't do because I was playing it on an emulator, just with my Switch controller. But overall, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I don't understand what people hated about it. And I saw The Odyssey on 70mm IMAX in California. It was great seeing it on that giant, massive screen. Even though I will say the contrast was not very good. It kind of felt like watching a movie on like a glary LCD monitor, like at school or something, with the sun, because like I'm on an OLED right now, right? Like I'm my computer's on an OLED, so like the black that you're seeing of this game right now, like if I actually tab back to the game and look at, like, that is black for me. It is just completely dark. But on, you know, non-OLED displays, you get that backlight, that kind of gray, like there's no true dark spot. And the projector we saw The Odyssey on was kind of like that, where I was like, ooh, there's like no contrast in the image. This is weird. I liked the movie. I'd never seen any Christopher Nolan movies before, and it was funny because I had a lot of things I've heard people say about him, like common. Why did that turn off the audio of the game? What? Whatever. Common criticisms that I hear of his movies. And watching The Odyssey, I was kind of like, oh, okay. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the, like, it's edited like a trailer. I'm hearing the dialogue that's really hard to understand because the audio mixing is kind of strange. And like the obnoxious bassy and stuff, like, oh, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. But I thought the movie was good. Like, I liked it. I didn't love it. I wasn't like insanely crazy about it, but I thought it was good. And I watched It Follows because I wanted to see one of that director's films before watching the end of Oak Street, which is that dinosaur movie that's out at the moment. Because I was only interested in Oak Street because I knew it was directed by someone who's made actual like good movies. I just hadn't seen them. So I watched It Follows, thought it was great, and then I saw the end of Oak Street, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was pretty good. You know, it wasn't like the best thing ever. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a poll for which character I should play. Um, I don't think it's like a masterpiece. I don't think it's the greatest thing, but like I was pretty happy with it. Even though I have as a huge fan of dinosaurs, and you know, paleontology and just animals in general and prehistoric life and stuff, I have a lot of complaints about how the dinosaurs were depicted and like the choice of species and you know the designs and the way they behave and stuff. But I can, you know, I can separate that feeling from like, okay, well, but is it a good movie? Like, what is the quality of the film? So I thought it was good. I would recommend seeing it. I think the ending is a little bit strange and kind of divisive, and I can't tell how much of that is intentional, like how much you're supposed to think about, like, wait, whoa, hold on, like what is this kind of implying for these characters. Obviously I won't be specific, but yeah, I have a lot of dinosaur complaints, you know, like why is there Allosaurus and Stegosaurus mixed with like Coelophysis, which is a late Triassic dinosaur, and then like Spinosaurus, you know, like a mid to late Cretaceous African dinosaur, you know, completely different continent, completely different time. You know, I was kind of hoping that we weren't going to do that because I'm really sick of dinosaur stuff that treats all the dinosaurs. Oh, they all lived at the same time. You know, every dinosaur lived in the same place at the same time forever, even though dinosaurs were the most successful like lineage of terrestrial animals ever, and lived for what, like 180 million years continuously, and we're only, I can't even say extinct because we still have dinosaurs today. We have birds, but all non-avian, non-bird dinosaurs went extinct from a giant rock that came in and blew everything up. Like, no fault of their own. And yes, I've put on a poll for which character I should play in this game. I gravitate more towards Galandra here, so the sword woman, and Saida, the like woman with the kind of robot prosthetic parts and stuff. Saida is very aerial. She had like that arm is kind of like Nero's Devilbringer from DMC 4 and 5. So she can pull enemies to her or pull herself to enemies. Actually, they might be non-binary. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to like story stuff, but there was like dialogue where they're like, oh, sometimes I'm not sure if I'm like a man or a woman, or until like unless I'm drunk or something. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to misgender the fictional character. Hello, Hey Fizz 2796. I do agree Nintendo needs to make a new F-Zero game, Raylan. That would be quite nice. Any other games this year you're interested in playing? What's coming out this year? I keep forgetting. I lose track of all this stuff because I have so many other things to play. I mean, like, I'll keep an eye on the Ocarina of Time remake, but I can't say that I'm, like, currently that interested. I don't know. Like, I like Zelda, but I'm not like super crazy about Zelda, as like, you know, I love Metroid and stuff, and like a new Mario platformer I'll go for, but Zelda I'm like, yeah, Zelda's good, but yeah, because like I have games I'm looking forward to. I'm just trying to think of games specifically this year. Like, what is that? Oh, Castlevania, new Castlevania. Yeah. Want to play that? Definitely. Oh yeah, I need to play Mina the Hollower. Yeah, I've heard good things, and I would like to support Yacht Club. And I have like games I've backed, like The Big Catch and Roland Rascal and those sort of things that I'm waiting to come out. Oh, I should mention, I got a review copy for a new game. Oh no, I think it came out last year actually. Um, called Myths Are 100% True. It's like a schmovement platformer, uh, very funny kind of art style and everything. The developer reached out to me and sent me a review copy. And I said like, oh look, you know, I don't really have time to do like videos or anything. I can't guarantee anything like that at the moment, but like maybe I could stream it or something. So I would have streamed that instead of this, but I am already playing this game and I don't like to jump to a different game when I'm already in the middle of playing another one. So maybe once I finish Absolum, that'll probably be the next stream. I'd like to give that game a look because I genuinely thought it looks cool and it has a lot of positive reception. Yeah, Silk Song DLC, that'll be good. I just watched Jacob Geller's Silk Song video last night and I was like, damn, I want to play this game again. This is so good. But then I looked at my Steam playtime for it and it was like 70 hours and I was like, do I really want to play it again? Like right now and I got so many other things to play. I have not played Deadlock. Is that the Valve one? I don't even remember. I don't know. Still want to, well, in theory, I still want to play Jurassic Park Survival. Now there's this whole AI thing with Saber Interactive with another game they did, which really stinks. And the CEO had this insane statement about it. So I don't know. But I'm like, Jurassic Park Survival's never coming out. I don't know. I've completely written that game off in my mind. Yeah, there's too many games to play. It looks like Galandra's winning the poll. Sword Lady. On the right. There's different color palettes. There's only 2 at the moment, but I think you can unlock more later. I do need to play more of Brome, the frog wizard guy. He's probably my least favorite, because he's... I don't know, like, Galandra feels kind of all-around range and melee stuff. Cider is very aerial-focused, very good at launching enemies up and kind of focusing on one enemy at a time. Carl is a bit more kind of... I guess he's just very close quarters. He's very, like, just run in and just punch shit, like, short range. Except he does it with his gun as well. So I really like all of them, but Brome is probably my least favorite just because he feels a bit more ranged, kind of, with some of his moves. Maybe it's more just his specials. I don't know. He just doesn't feel quite as, like, snappy and quick to me. Hello, Gessica. Alright. Galandra's winning at 60%, so... we're picking her. Let me close the poll. End poll. I don't know why that cut off the music. Sorry. Oh yeah, it's a little bit obnoxious, but I have the player highlight color on, so that's why she's got this yellow glow. It's like borderline essential. Hello, Captain. It's like borderline essential when you're playing co-op. I was playing this with my brother and my girlfriend separately, I should say, because it's only 2-player co-op. And yeah, trying to keep track of your character when you've got someone else running around, it gets tricky. Okay, it gets hard. So even in solo, I'm just keeping it on because I kind of need that visual to help me see where I am. You can also do, what is it? Player arrows on. I don't know, that might be a little too obnoxious, but it does kind of help. It's just when there's so many enemies everywhere, you kind of do need that stuff. I guess I'll kind of show my progress before we start of like all the stuff I've done. So yeah, it's a roguelike, so you know, all the random drops, all this stuff. You know, and epic gear and rare gear and whatever. So these are some of the things I've found so far. Oh yeah, this game has kind of, it kind of has dinosaurs in it. Kind of. Which is another reason for me to play it. And then, you know, here's like the stuff that I've done already for anyone who's like familiar with the game, who's interested in my progression. Here's the map. I have not beaten the Lizard King. Oh, he's like right where my eyes are looking right now. That red skull right next to my face on the stream. Is the Lizard King boss, who's quite tough. He has a really punishing grab move, which I could not figure out because it seemed to have no tell. Like he'll lean back with his hand out, so you're like, okay, he's gonna grab me, and then he'll do it, and he misses. So I'm like, okay, time to hit him. But then he'll just instantly like do it again, and I was like, what? What? I thought there was a tell, and then he just like didn't do it that time. Okay, so I don't know. I need to practice that boss. And that, you know, that is kind of my thing, again, with roguelikes. I don't really love, is, you know, I get to a boss that's really difficult, and that's cool, you know, I like a challenge, I want to be challenged playing the game, I want to fight a cool, challenging boss. But then, oh yeah, some of the text is broken. I don't know, like, it looks fine now, but sometimes the text kind of like, whoa, like wobbles in size and changes and everything. Let's do this one. I kind of wish characters didn't talk when you pick stuff. I don't know, it's kind of annoying. They just like, they have to say something for the sake of saying it. They're like, oh yes, the power of... I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Just let me play the game. Yeah, you know, you get stuck on a difficult boss and you want to practice it and figure out how it works, but you have to play a whole like half hour of the game just to get to that boss to try again, and then you die and you're like, well, great, now I got to spend another half hour just to practice that one boss fight. I don't really like that. Hello, Demetrius. Have I heard about Sonic and Fortnite? Yes, I have. I'm familiar. I know, don't worry. It looks ugly. I don't know which way I want to go. Let's go up. If you see this little like bunny, one-eyed bunny thing, it means there's a secret somewhere in the level or on the screen, which will be up in here. And yeah, this game still has like, you know, the same like grabs and stuff that you would expect from something like Streets of Rage. It also has OTGs, so like off the ground attacks. So if I knock an enemy on the ground, which I like, oh, whatever. When I do that running kick, the falcon kick like that, that's an OTG with this character. Unlike Streets of Rage 4, you do not have infinite... Sorry, you don't have invincible... you don't have invincible special moves that take green health. Shinobi actually kept that system, but this game has more of a focus on like dodging, so you can dodge up and down, side to side, and then when an enemy attacks, you can block it like that. How? Ow. I will warn you, there might be some bad gameplay in this stream. See, there's a big dragon skeleton back there, and I believe I saw somewhere there's like dragon bosses in this game, and I'm like, where are they? Because I want to see that. Oh, this game also has like the Devil May Cry parry system, like where you attack enemies at the same time they attack, and you can get like a clash parry thing, which is really cool. And that's like a guaranteed hit stun for the enemy, whereas if you just block it with a dash, some enemies are like strong enough to not get hit stun from that. So there's a lot of like really good stuff in this, like really cool. Ow. Really cool systems. Ow, Jesus, I always screw up the timing of when the dogs attack. I'm bad with, because they'll always do that bark, but like sometimes they don't actually lunge like until you're closer to them. So it's kind of like they've done the bark to say, yes, I'm going to attack you. but you don't always know when they're going to do it. Jesus. See, this is what I mean as well with, like, when you've got multiple people playing at the same time, you really want that player highlight, because there's enemies from all over the screen you gotta look out for. I'm still, you know, relatively kind of new to these kind of beat-em-ups, so you're gonna see a lot of, okay, see, this is tricky. Aerial attacks deal extra damage the higher you are. See, but this character's less aerial than Cider, so I should probably just stick with upgrading that spark that builds up. And yeah, again, you guys know me. I don't love the, like, oh, here's the random upgrades. Which one you want to pick? Oh, +1 this, -2 that. You know, I don't love that stuff. I never will. But I can tolerate it in this game because the rest of it is so good. Damn, it gave me a lot of food. Jesus. Well, I'm already on full health, so let's make a rare trinket. First attack after clash is 100% critical. That's pretty good. Let's go down. The quality of Sonic's prestige has been going the way of the dodo since last year. I would argue much longer than that, but I don't know. It just feels like to me they're like, wow, oh, the Sonic movies have made Sonic such a popular brand, and so there's just this effort of, like, we have to put Sonic in everything. And like above all else, that's all that matters, is like just putting Sonic in stuff. Oh yeah, this enemy, this goblin guy here is, yeah, that was a clash I just did. He's got that glow around him to show that he's like an elite enemy and won't take hit stun from normal attacks. And this game also has the Streets of Rage stuff where you can, like, hit enemies off the wall. Ow. When enemies do red attacks like that, you want to not do a block because it will break your own guard instead. And I would strongly suggest rebinding, as I've done here. I've put the item button on B. By default, the dash is on B. I put the dash on the right bumper, which is, like, I just swapped the inputs over. Because you're going to be dashing a lot. Especially if you want to do, like, dash cancels, like, you know, cancel a special move or something, like, into a dash. I'm not fully there yet, like, I don't know, like, the tech with that stuff, but, I know there are ways to do these things. Oops. Oh, we're good. Shit. There we go. Yeah, so I dodged out of the way there, and it let me, like, counter, just, like, snap back to him, like that, like, down, and then go straight back up. See, stuff like this, I'm like, am I... Oh, I haven't done my special moves at all. The blue meter up the top, I keep forgetting I have that. I don't know if I'm meant to... Is this like a moral thing, you know? Because there's been times I've gone in and I'm like, oh, I you know, maybe I shouldn't. Let's just see what happens. Now. It's probably nothing, right? And yeah, kind of, instead of extra, like, points and health and stuff, giving you extra lives, like in Streets of Rage, instead in this game, your combo meter and points and, like, extra health and everything, like when you're already at full, they contribute to your mana to do moves like that. And even if, like, an enemy's dead, and you keep comboing on them, you'll still build mana. So, like, if I keep hitting these guys... Oh, well, I missed it, but, like, I'll still gain mana from that to do more special moves, which is really neat. There's a lot of depth here. Has, you can do the co-op online as well. I haven't tried that yet. You know, I know Pariah has this game. I know he's got it. Forget the Outer Wilds video. We're gonna do the Absolum co-op stream. I tried the Gears of War beta with him last weekend because he wanted me to play it. And he was like trying to show me all the cool, you know, like movement and tech and stuff. I was not good at it, and but I was like, okay, like I can kind of see this, but I wasn't. It's definitely not. Doesn't really feel like my kind of game, but I'm like, I can see how it's not just like mindless, you know, dude bro stuff. The Outer Wilds video is never coming. Look, I asked him last weekend we were playing Gears of War. I was like, hey, when are we doing that? I don't know. Soon, TM, perhaps? I've still been reading the Outer Wilds Design Works book. Except I'm really bad with books because, like, all through the day, all I want to do, like, on the weekend and stuff, is I just want to play games. Along with, like, doing, you know, my household stuff I have to do on the weekend, you know, getting groceries and vacuuming and, you know, doing laundry and all this stuff. So then I'm like, I just want to play games like every other spare moment I can. And then, you know, I'll read when I go to bed. I'm going to lie down, I have my book next to my bed, and I'll read in bed. And then I don't. I get to bed and I'm like, oh, I'm too tired. I can't read right now because I'll pick up the book, I'll read one page, and I'll just fall asleep. I've never used these sonic boom things. I didn't do it. Let's re-roll these. Skill inflicts burn. I mean, probably just want that. But yeah, I've been reading through more of that Outer Wilds Design Works book. There's some very interesting little anecdotes from the devs in there. He hasn't said anything about it? Damn. He hates me. He hates Outer Wilds, actually. He doesn't even like it. Yeah, so when this guy's, like, on the ground, whoop, if I hit him with the knee, I can keep him up in the air. Ah, shit. Oh, it'd be really good if I actually used my special moves that I have, that I just keep forgetting to do. What do we got? Charge, sword attack, dive kick. I think I want the dive kick. Yeah, it's like afterburner kick, or the downwards afterburner kick. Actually, it's more like Beautiful Joe red hot kick, which Bayonetta inverted into afterburner kick. Have I seen the new interviews with Alex and Kelsey Beecham? How new? Okay, these guys do like dice gambling things, and every time I've done it, I've lost, and it's like, oh, pay them or don't pay them, and I'm like, okay, fine, take the money. Last time I was like, what happens if I don't? And then they were like, oh, we hate you now. So I'm curious what they're gonna say. Oh no, same. It's the same thing. They don't. Okay. This happens every time. Sure. I mean, it's 20. It's not that bad. Excuse me. Oh, this guy's an elite guy? Ah, okay. Nah. You can hire those guys to help, like, play with you. 2 and 4 months ago, they're on the Examined Game channel. Okay, I'll look for those in just a sec, because I have not heard of those. Max health, multi-target attacks, punish. I mean, I am doing a lot of clashes, so I probably do want to increase my punish amount. Impact hits. I don't fully understand what counts as an impact hit. Enemy damaged upon colliding with something when launched. Like, that doesn't include the floor, does it? Piggy. Let me look that up right now so I don't forget. I guess okay. Oh, maybe I have. I actually might have already watched these. Yes, I have seen those. Yeah. Yeah, they were good.
Think before you act.
So true. Yeah, they just Mobius just put out a statement on on the Outer Wilds subreddit about like those like really expensive collector print things that they're doing with another company, and they were like, yeah, they are really expensive, like sorry, you know, we were surprised as well, blah blah blah. And they said we are going to be doing other merch as well soon, like they're going to restock the Echoes of the Eye shirt, and something about more pins, I think. So that might be cool. I don't buy like every single Outer Wilds thing I see. Oh my god. But I do try to, you know, if it's really cool, I'll get it. But there's some stuff where I'm like, yeah, I don't need that. I'll just like, you know, pick my battles of what I'm gonna spend my money on. I've been trying to downsize a bit with like stuff at home because getting ready to move house in a few months. We've actually sold quite a lot of things. So here's an interesting thing. So I feel bad because you know I've sold some of my like Jurassic Park Hammond collection figures and like Amiibo, you know, like just some stuff where I'm like, I just don't, I don't know, I'm like, nah, I don't really need these. There's better stuff I would rather have. Like if I have to free up shelf space, you know, there's things I would rather have in this place. See, this is a great example. I completely forgot I had that dive kick because like I can't build that into my muscle memory because it's going to be different every time I play. Yeah, getting rid of some stuff I don't really need. And I didn't realize that like some of those Hammond collection Jurassic Park dinosaur figures, they like sell for quite a lot. I was like, whoa, okay. That's kind of crazy. But like I don't want to be one of those like scalper bricks who's like, oh, I bought this thing for like 20 bucks when it came out, but now I'm gonna sell it for some like insane amount because I can. You know, I don't want to be one of those people. But at the same time, it was tricky because I'm like, well, if I sell it for like an actual, you know, reasonable price, then some other scalper like dickhead is just gonna buy it and then resell it for the same price, or for way more than I was selling it for. And then it's kind of like, oh well, shit. Like, I guess I should still sell it for like, you know, a high-ish price, but maybe just a bit lower than what everyone else is doing because I don't want to be, I don't want to be a complete dick. So yeah, like made some, you know, like decent, like I think some of those figures sold for, I don't know, like over $200 maybe or something, or I forget if we had them, because the way we did it, I actually got my girlfriend to handle selling them. I was just like, look, you can sell them. Oh my god, I hate these guys. I was like, you can sell them and just keep, you know, just keep the money you make off it. So then I don't have to deal with it. Dude, I really do not like these enemies. They attack so fast and I can never parry them in time. Yeah, I let her handle the selling of it, and yeah, some of them were going for quite a bunch. But, you know, I'm not planning on, like, okay, now I'm just going to buy stuff just so I can sell it again later. You know, I'm trying to think more of, like, okay, you know, I already try to be pretty selective with, like, the toys and books and everything that I buy, but I'm trying even more now to go, like, okay, what do I, like, really, really, really want that I would feel bad if I didn't ever get it? You know, what's the kind of stuff where I can't see myself ever reselling it? But, like, if I did, I could, you know, like, yes, it would sell. Like, those, Beasts of the Mesozoic dinosaur figures, if I wanted to sell those, dude, I could, because some of them sell for quite a lot. Oh, okay. The music you've all heard so far, I think all of it is composed by Gareth Coker, composer of Ori, like Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, also Ark, Survival Evolved, best game ever made. Mick Gordon is a guest composer on this game. Mick Gordon of Doom. See if you can tell which song he guest composed. Slam. This guy still gives me shit sometimes. I'm trying to get better at clashing him, like the blue parry. Whoops. Alright, he's fucked. I've got him. Oh shit, wrong way. Bitch! Okay, that was pretty good. I know, it's hard selling stuff. Because you're always like, oh, but I like that. But then there's some things where I was like, nah, no, like, will I really care if I get rid of that? Nah. You know, I keep the sentimental stuff and the things that I'm, like, really a big fan of. But, like, I had a bunch of amiibo of stuff. You know, I would have got it back when, you know, amiibo was this huge thing. You know, I had, like, Mewtwo and Greninja. And I'm like, dude, I don't even play Pokemon. Like, why do I have... Like, I like playing them in Smash. I thought they were, you know, kind of cool. But I'm like, man, I don't need these. So now the only amiibo I've still got, when I look over here on my shelf, I've got, like... I can see Mega Man, Pac-Man, Shovel Knight. And then I've got Richter Belmont. And then on my Metroid shelf, I have all the Metroid amiibo. So, you know, Samus, the squishy Metroid, the Metroid Dread Samus, Zero Suit Samus, Ridley, the Emmy. You know, I've got all those ones. And I got like the Sonic amiibo. You know, I'm just keeping the ones that I'm like, yeah, you know, these are things I'm more invested. Oh, and the Bayonetta amiibos on the Bayonetta shelf. So even I'm thinking of getting rid of some Sonic stuff. Like I've got the Sonic Nendoroids of Sonic Tails and Knuckles, and I'm like, I just look at them and I'm like, they're not awful, but they're not the best figures, like Sonic figures. They don't look great as the characters. You know, Tails has these big bug eyes. Sonic doesn't even really have like the muzzle curve and the shape of his spikes and stuff. Knuckles is probably the worst of them. There's a new Shadow one, which like, yeah, he looks okay, but I don't have that one. And I look at them and I'm like, oh, do I want to sell these? I don't know. I've got that posable like 6-inch classic Sonic figure with the Studiopolis background, and that one I'm like, I could get rid of that. I could. I don't really need it. There's better figures out there I'd rather make room for, and I'm just not. If I want classic Sonic stuff, I'd rather it actually look like classic Sonic and not be that like pseudo. Yes, dragon, dinosaur, raptor thing. What's it called? Dracoraptor.
It's always a pleasure to see your listening.
These aren't great. I mean, I'll increase my movement speed. Probably. I mean, yeah, sure. No, not buying you. Oh, I hate this Every time you come over, this person starts singing. I'm like, okay, shut up. See, games are one of the things where I'm like, I very, very, very rarely would ever sell games. Oh, wait. Okay, so I still haven't beaten the Lizard King down the bottom in the jungle area, which is a really cool area. It's like the lizard enemies and stuff. It's awesome. But there's more new stuff for me to do up in the top area. Yeldrum. So I think I'll go up there first. And then I'll go back down and do the jungle in like the next run or two. So let's go Yeldrum, City of Forgotten Bliss.
Don't worry about the Eaters of Light. Sailed out.
Okay, I'm not worried about it. Okay. Seen any good move? What? Oh, shit. What? Oh my god. Wait.
Watch out.
No.
These things
Okay,
are
good.
hungry for life essence.
I gotta say, by the way, like, cool character designs in this game. I mean, like, great artwork in general. You know, incredible. But some, like, really good character design.
Make yourself useful and help me clear the deck.
Okay.
Bring it on. Beasts on the menu tonight.
Oh my god, there's so many of them. Why is there no music? My dinosaur is gone. Yeah, speaking of dinosaurs, sorry, someone asked if I've seen any good movies lately. Yeah, I spoke at the beginning of the stream a bit of just like some stuff I'd watched. I watched It Follows, kind of in preparation of End of Oak Street, because it's by the same director. I've been meaning to watch It Follows for years, like ever since it came out, pretty much. I thought it was great. And the End of Oak Street, I thought was pretty good. I liked it, despite all my dinosaur criticisms and complaints. I thought it was good. I thought it was a well-made movie. As someone who's a big fan of Amblin, Spielberg stuff, you know, I thought it captured that tone quite well. It was a movie that was about characters. It wasn't just about people running away from dinosaurs or punching dinosaurs or whatever. Like, you know, it was actually about something and had a story that it wanted to tell, which I appreciated. Yeah, I'm trying to think like games I have that I would even want to sell anyway. Like there's been a few games I've sold over the years, but it's just stuff where I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know, like it was at a time when I didn't have as much money and I just thought like, yeah, I'm never going to play this again. Like, okay, I'll get rid of it. Or like I sold some of my Wii U stuff not because I even really like wanted to, but it was more so just because my Wii U like stopped working. I forget if I've told this story before, but my Wii U, like, it wouldn't connect to the gamepad properly anymore. And you would think, like, okay, just get another gamepad. But the problem was that the console itself would crash whenever I would go to try and sync a new gamepad. Like, I didn't have another one on me. But I would just see, okay, what would happen if I went to pay, if I say I bought a new gamepad and I went to sync it to the console? Would that work? So I would hold the sync button on the console, the sync a new gamepad, and then the system would just crash every time. So I was like, okay, it's not the gamepad, it's the console that's broken. Like the Wii U itself is busted and doesn't work. That sucks. And I remember contacting Nintendo about it, and I was like, hey, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, I can't use the gamepad. And it really was a problem because without the gamepad, you can't go into the settings. So I couldn't, like, change the display settings, or, like, I couldn't change the internet. Like, if I'd move house or something, or, like, you know, if I take it somewhere else and I wanted to connect to Wi-Fi, I couldn't do it. Ritual of Thunder effects increased by 10% or max out. More damage or more... let's go with... Well, hold on. How much? When do I generate? Okay, so it's when I use my special, which I do quite a bit. Goes up by 20%. So every 5 hits, I'm getting static damage, which goes between... Yeah, okay. But yeah, it was like a big problem with my Wii U. I was like, I can't use this thing. And this was like before the Switch had come out, I think. So it was like, it was still, you know, the main way I was playing Nintendo stuff. Obviously, I've always been on PC, but just in terms of a console experience, it was like all I was really using at the time. And Nintendo were like, oh yeah, we can like fix it, maybe, but you'll probably lose all of your save games. And I was like, I don't want to lose all my, like, I got Smash Brothers and Mario Kart and stuff on there. No way, I don't want to lose all that. And I think it was funny. I remember saying on the phone, like, oh, well, I guess I'll just kind of deal with it and just only play stuff that doesn't need the gamepad. Because I could still play some games. You know, I could still launch Smash Brothers. I think I could still launch Mario Kart, Bayonetta 2 and everything, like just using the Pro Controller. But there are some games that just will not open without the gamepad. Even if the game doesn't actually need the gamepad, it's like you need to have the gamepad on just to open the game. It was so stupid. Proximity Spark and Chain Lightning also apply burn. That's probably good because I have burn as another thing. Criticals increase your static charge. And increases the damage of Chain Lightning. Let's do this one. So yeah, there's like games that you can't even open without the gamepad. Oh, hello. Oh. Thanks. So that was a problem. So then I ended up like selling, you know, like there was like Mario Maker, Splatoon 1, Mario 3D World. Oh, I think at that point though the Switch version I knew was coming out, so I was like, oh, okay, it's not a big deal. It was like stuff where I was just like, I can't. Or maybe, no, maybe I didn't even know. But it was just stuff where I was like, I literally can't play these games anymore. Like, they do not open. I cannot launch them on the console. And yeah, I think I said on the phone to the Nintendo guy, it was like, oh, we'll have to fix it. You know, I said like, oh, I guess I'll just play stuff that doesn't need the gamepad or whatever. And it was like, oh, well, you know, at Nintendo, we treat, you know, we believe the gamepad to be, you know, in part of the system and as much as the console is or something. Like, you can't really use one without the other or something. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to lose all my shit. So no, I'm not sending it in. So it says new crystal located, but it says that up here. How do I branch upwards? Oh, with the password thing. That would be it. Yes, this is made by some of the Streets of Rage 4 team. Not like all of them, but definitely, yeah, some of them. Which is why it's so good. In ways, I kind of like the combat here more than Streets of Rage 4. I kind of wish I could play it without the roguelike stuff. Like, I could just play with all of the moves and go through, like, handcrafted levels, which I think this game might have as, like, a late game unlock. I think I saw something about that. Where they made, like, bespoke challenges that you do. I keep forgetting to use my moves. Bye. Hello. Oh, money. Yeah, I mean, I don't use my Wii U for anything anymore, of course, but I don't really play, like, anything on console except for the Switch 2. Like, new Switch 2 games. Whoops. Whoops. Oh my god. Holy shit. I just blocked that? Oh. I've never played Kingdom Hearts, and I don't know if I ever will. I'm sure they're not, like, bad or anything. I don't know. They're just everything about them. I'm like, this doesn't look quite like the kind of thing I would play. Although, I don't know. I hear... Because I hear people say the combat is good, and I'm like, yeah, but is it actually good, or are you someone who doesn't play... I don't want to sound mean, but, like, are you someone who doesn't play games with actual gameplay in them? You know, are you like a Sonic fan or something who says Sonic Frontiers has good combat? Because it does not. But I think Pariah told me, like, no, like, Kingdom Hearts, it's got, you know, it's got some alright stuff in it. And I was like, okay, alright. I'll, you know, if it comes from him, I'll take it. I'll understand. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm just skeptical of anything like that when people say, oh, yeah, combat's amazing. I'm like, what would you know? I haven't really used the thorns much, so maybe I will. Okay, I still have 2 lives. That's good. Itchy eye. I think there might be DLC coming for this game at some point. Like, I know they've done a bunch of updates, and I'm playing at a point when, you know, all those updates are already in the game. Hello? Oh. But I think there might be, like, big expansion stuff in the works. Yes, more aerial damage is good. 25% chance of receiving double loot. Reduced damage taken. Okay, let's give me that. Yeah, I want more movement speed. And reduced damage taken. Yeah. Dinosaur. Hello? Can I talk to you? Thank you. Yeah, so I want to go... Yeah. Hello, SS Jordan. Hey, let me in.
I have been summoned.
Oh, but do I seek it? No. Wait, which button? I forget which thing's the emote. Which button's for emotes? Which is it? Is it LB? Down. Up. There we go. How's it going? It's going. Oh, this looks like Castlevania. Yeah, it's going good. I'm enjoying this game.
Black coats. How did they survive?
I was kind of thinking of playing that Unbeatable game. Some like it might be one of the next things I play after this, and I'll probably stream. I'll probably do Myths 100% True first. Has anyone played that? It's like a rhythm story game thing. I don't know much about it. The premise really spoke to me of like, I think it was something like you're in a world where music is illegal and you do crimes or something. And I was like, okay, like I like what they're going for here, like thematically. It seems like a very, I don't know, just the kind of game where I can tell playing it there's going to be like cool emotional moments that are like really cool and satisfying, where you're like, yeah, defy the system, be yourself. Yeah, I like that stuff. Uh-huh. Yeah, I heard it was good. I wanna try it. All right. Game on. Oh shit. Yeah. Slam. Throwables deal extra damage. Yeah, I mean, I'm barely using my mana, so I feel like I shouldn't. But I also don't use throwables a lot. I'll go with this one. I'll just try to remember to use them more.
The apprentice was so young when he joined.
Uh-huh. I don't really care. I just do those so that they're done, you know? Oh, I can pick these up to throw them. Okay, I didn't know that. I guess I hadn't really used them much. Hey, Pariah. Dino Blade? Oh, I played the demo for that. I thought it was, like, okay, but I wasn't, you know, I wasn't, like, crazy about it. Tons of games of Starve and playing quite a lot of Dench Attack. Yeah, I would like to play that. It's on my wish list. I played the demo. I was like, okay, this is neat. I'd like to play that probably mostly just to hear the music, really. Like, but yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I've heard very good things about it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay. I knew that from the fucking final level of Streets of Rage 4. That shit pissed me off. The amount of times I, like, walked into that chandelier dropping on me. I can't go down that? No, I can't. Can I kill them with this? Ah! No? I thought that would, like, break the ceiling or something. Why does it let you do that, though? Someone walk under this. Oh, shit. No! Yes! I think that's an OTG as well. Why am I being recommended anime? I mean, look. Out of all the anime in the world, Evangelion is probably one of them that I would potentially consider watching. But I feel like there's others I would probably do first. Oh, I can do that in the air. Nice. Okay, I didn't even know that. Ah, shit. Oh my god, you're still going. Where's the secret? Oh, have I already missed it? No! That was one of those bunny things, which means there's a secret somewhere. I guess I've missed my chance to find... Oh, no, unless it's in this screen? Yeah, I agree, Pariah. I think this deserves the recognition way more. Like, the DNA of Streets of Rage 4 is here way more than Shinobi. I mean, Shinobi has the green health, but to be honest, at the time, oh my god, of playing it, I didn't even really, like, realize it did, because I played Shinobi first, so I wasn't familiar with the green health mechanic. Like, I'd heard about it, but I hadn't, you know, I hadn't played a game with it myself. Hello, what's in here? So... Is there something in here? So I didn't even realize Shinobi had it. Because the game didn't really incorporate it. Whereas, like, Streets of Rage 4, you gotta learn that green health stuff. Like, it's crucial to the game. Whereas, yeah, this is like... Oh, there we go. Okay. Nice. Like, there's a lot of fundamental differences from Streets of Rage here, but it's still, like, you can tell. You can tell that it was made by the same people. Thorn daggers and rouge dots apply burn or chain lightning bounces more. That one. Yeah. It's cool that the lighting changes when you break those. Again, like the artwork in this game is phenomenally good. I will say though, especially playing it like up close like this, where the screen is taking up this much. Oh, you can't even see my hands because of how, like, I have a very big monitor, right? Like this is taking up a huge portion of my vision looking at the screen. I'm like a 42-inch OLED on my desk. The 2D artwork elements do look kind of compressed up close. Like I can't notice it as much in the living room on the even though my TV in the living room is way bigger. Like I'm a little further away from it. But I can notice like the resolution and like kind of almost like not JPEG artifacting, but you know I can see the compression on the art assets a bit, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of a shame that I can notice that, even with the game like running at 4K. Oh, premieres by the same people. Okay, all right, maybe. I'm much more open to anime movies because that's one and done. Like I'm not trapped into a giant show that I hate or something. But I would like to watch more. I just want to find something I actually like. That's the only thing. I go on about how I hate anime, and that's just only because the ones that I've seen, I'm always disappointed. I would like to watch something and not be disappointed. Ow! What the fuck? Bitch. Fully Cooley's the best? Oh, great. Whoops. Shit. Ow, okay. They kind of sound like a distorted version of the sheep or cow. The where's my hand? Oh my god. The sheep cow can thing where you pick it up and you tilt it and it goes bleh. You know those enemies kind of sound like that, but like pitch shifted a bit. I love the art in Streets of Rage 4 as well, but I really like this as well. It's kind of hard for me to decide which one that I prefer, to be honest. They're like different styles, but I think they're both kind of excellent. Ooh, oh shit, that's tough. Because the multiple sword stuff's really good, but having that spin in the air is really good too, but I've already got the downward air kick, so I'm just kind of wondering which do I want to go for? I just realized she kind of has an Alucard look and silhouette to her, especially when I was doing this. I was thinking of Alucard's stuff. I guess Streets of Rage does have a bit more of like the lighting effects and stuff, yeah. Ah. We'll go with this one. I'm always doing stuff in the air, and I have the increased aerial damage, so I should go with that. Yoink.
A maiden helps the pilgrims. She doesn't waste her time idly.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks for telling me that. Anything back here? Oh, oh. What? Whoa. What did I do? What the fuck? Cool. I really hope that new Castlevania is good. I thought Bloodstained was like, ow, can I hit you? No, I can't. I thought Bloodstained was okay, but I don't know. Ow! I didn't like love it or anything. I think those Egavanias are just a bit, I don't know. Too much RPG bullshit, you know? So having a new Castlevania that's, you know, still trying to kind of be like that, but maybe not. Ow! I'm kind of... Jesus fucking Christ. This shit's everywhere. Fuck off! I'm kind of more interested in that, I think. And, ow! I'm relatively confident in the Dead Cells team. Like, obviously, you know, I don't like love Dead Cells because it's a roguelike. I don't love roguelikes very much, but the core gameplay of Dead Cells is good. And everything they've shown of that new Castlevania looks pretty cool. Okay. Ow! Fuck off. See what I'm saying? It sounds like the bleh. It sounds like the cans. What do you call them? Isn't one of them in like a ow, like a Pixar short or something? Or like the opening of one of the movies, it would like start with a robot pulling one of those. It was like a parody of the oh my god, what's the brand called? The ow! Jesus Christ. The thing where it has the really loud music at the start. Oh my god, why am I forgetting the name of it? I should know this. How are you getting on with the roguelike stuff? It's not too bad. I've been... This is definitely the, like, on the scale of, like, pissing me off to not. This is, like, not really annoyed me at all. I was a little bit annoyed last night. Ow. When I got to the Lizard King boss fight, which I tried to do before, and I died previously. And because I didn't really understand, like, how his moveset was working, and, like, what I was doing wrong, and then I went to fight him again, and I still didn't get it, and died again, and I was kind of like, okay, well, now I have to waste another, like, half hour just to have a chance of figuring out what I'm doing incorrectly. And I don't love that. Just, that's like a general roguelike thing I'm not crazy on. But the game is, like, just otherwise so good that I can't complain too much, and also... I was kind of just a little pissed off in general last night because my cat was driving me insane. Like jumping on the kitchen counter and trying to go up and like touch the TV. And I was like, dude, I've fed you. I've like patted you. I've played with you. I've like done everything. What do you want? And no one else was home. So I was like going crazy. Okay, increased static damage or... Normal strike also charges static. Yeah, but this makes it... see... No, let's just level up the existing one.
The sole master of this power.
But yeah, like, you know that I don't love the roguelike randomization stuff, but I'm still able to really get on with this. Am I supposed to kill you guys, or... Oh. Oh my god. Outer Wilds reference? Ow! Oh my god, no, no, no. Ah! What the fuck? Oh my god. Jesus Christ, dude. Holy shit. This is still a beat 'em up thing that I'm not great with. Is just like, ow, enemies in the air. Oh my god. I'm not great at telling when I can hit them. Like, am I in range, you know? Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Oh, I missed. I'm still going. Fuck. Oh god, this is my lost life. Ow. 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 Dude, I'm pressing dodge, okay? Is there a second phase, or is that it? Nope, bye. No, okay. Oh, more Mick Gordon. Oh my god. I don't know if this is Mick Gordon. It probably is, but I don't know. There might be other guest composers on this game. Jesus fucking Christ! What? Ah! What is his health doing? Oh my god. He's a quantum object. How? Okay, yeah, if I want to clash, do the aerial one, because it's got more active frames. Woo! Oh my god. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, you prick. That was an overpressure. It's like a combo prevention thing, but it also deals like big damage, so there's kind of a benefit to doing repetitive combo attacks a little bit. Oh my god. Dude, come on. You saw it happen. First try. Mick Gordon did some of the music. The main composer is Gareth Coker of Ori and Ark. Survival Evolved. And yeah, Mick Gordon does some guest tracks. The previous like main kind of like first big boss fight, that one is like, okay, yeah, that's him. Like the moment it started, I was like, holy shit. And it's cool for us because like, you know, we haven't heard new Mick work really like in that kind of Doom style since Eternal, because he didn't do the Eternal DLC, didn't do Dark Ages DLC. So yeah, it's like kind of awesome actually getting to like hear his stuff again. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
This thing is not dead. It cannot die. Not for long, not in this place.
When are you streaming Sonic Racing Crossworlds? The day I die.
It has been subjected to your will for now. Seize it. Without its song, you would be lost forever.
I'm going to guess this is going to be an elemental ability that mimics those like Virgil summon sword kind of things and the portals and shit that boss was just doing. Yeah, cosmic. Cool. Finisher deals more damage but curses 10 of your health points on hit. Oh, it's green health. It's Streets of Rage green health, I think. Cursed life is 4 times weaker than regular life. Kill enemies to detox it. It sounds similar, but also different enough where I'm scared to actually use it. Criticals spawn a cosmic accident. Randomly spawn something that may help or hinder you. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so they're kind of all, like, fucked. They're all quantum. You don't know what you're gonna get. Let's do the Arcana one, because at least then I know when it's gonna happen, whereas, like, criticals are completely random. Usually you, like, break these. Maybe it's already... I don't know. Whatever. Cool drill thing.
I remember the small village standing alone in the
Crystal of Chaos. Right, so that must be the way... Yeah, if I came here from the jungle, would have been down the bottom. What is the thing that makes you dislike most roguelikes, but not this one specifically? I think the core gameplay here just feels better than other ones I've played. A lot of roguelikes, they almost feel like the fact that they are reliant on this like random unlocks and progression and stuff, they kind of put all the emphasis on that instead of just making the core game fun. Whereas I think this is just fun anyway. Start using Blender and it's fun learning and doing practice. Want to learn modeling and animation. Did you start with Maya? So, I technically kind of started with SFM a long time ago. Then I used Maya in university, and that's also where I learned Unreal. And then just for like a bit of sort of personal stuff, I was using Blender. Just, yeah, like the sort of, that was when I was like unemployed a couple years ago when I did the Penny video and the 3D Sonic Stagnation video. I was just like, let's just do some 3D stuff. I don't know, build a portfolio potentially, or just get used to modeling again, but in like a different software. And yeah, I used a bit of Blender as well. I think Blender's like a perfectly good starting point. If you do want to get a job, though, at, like, a major studio, Maya is more likely to be... Crystal of War? Okay, what does this one do that I already have? Oh. Cool. Well, there's 2 of these, and I've spent one of the other ones, so I'll keep this. Yeah, like, most big studios are still using Maya. It's expected that you have Maya experience. But not a bad thing to know Blender, though. And, like, as long as you know the fundamentals, you know, you just kind of got to relearn all the UI and stuff when you jump to different software. How about the Bluey movie? Sorry, I'm trying to be... Yeah, it doesn't matter too much what you use. It's more so... like, it's the annoying thing of, like, if you want to work at a studio and they're like, hey, can you do this? You go, yes. They go, oh, we're using this software. And you go like, okay, well, like, I'll just learn how to use it. But a lot of studios will go like, nah. Like, we just want you to already know exactly how to do it. Even though, like, it's really not a big deal just to relearn where all the buttons are, you know? It's like, you're doing the same thing, really. So... Yeah, it doesn't, like, it shouldn't matter, but for employment, it kind of does. People do care about what software did you make that in, because they want to know that you can join their studio and just immediately know how to do everything. Can anyone become a great modeler or animator? Yeah, well, I mean, okay. what he said, what he says in Ratatouille. Not everyone can be a great chef or whatever, but a great artist can come from anywhere, right? Like, maybe it won't be for you, but like it is possible for anyone to do that. You know, the same with anything.
Meet me at the bazaar.
Sorry, yeah, Bluey movie. I'm very excited. I know that, yeah, like the 3D stuff is a little controversial. Like editing software, they're mostly the same stuff. Yeah, kind of. I mean, 3D is more complicated. You've got a lot more stuff to deal with, especially with like rigs and everything. But yeah, pretty much.
The Sun King has shut himself away.
Yeah, I'm still very excited for the Bluey movie. Because I still think Bluey is just like the greatest show, like one of the best shows ever made. The movie's still like directed by, you know, Joe Brum, the creator of the show, and it's still got a lot of the same people on it. So just the fact that it's them making it makes me go like, okay, like I'm interesting. Was learning modeling easily? No. Was learning modeling easy? No. Modeling is I mean all of 3D is difficult. What am I looking at? Oh no. Sorry, I'm just trying to pay attention to this before I keep talking. In case there's something important here. Or is this just story stuff? I don't really care too much about the story. Takes a lot of time and dedication. Exactly. As long as you stick through it and you really learn the fundamentals and you're not precious about, you know, your own like failures and stuff, like you're able to just go like, okay, like I'll get better, you know, I'll improve, I'll learn, like then I think you're fine. Yeah, I do think I would have preferred the Bluey movie to either look like the show, like just be 2D, or have a 3D style that is more representative of the show. I don't want to say like Spider-Verse, because that's not like a great example, but just, you know, something that replicates that kind of 2D look a bit more in 3D. I think that would be cool. Start making shitty paintings, exactly. Absolutely. Criticals increase your static charge. Clash spawns proximity greatly increases your luck. I hate luck. I fucking hate that shit, man. Multi-target attacks, throwables. I was already full, but nah. But yeah, I'm not like screaming and crying over the Bluey stuff. I do think I understand why people are upset about it, and I don't even like, you know, I don't even like entirely disagree with it. But I also don't think it's like the worst thing. You know, people are comparing it to the Sonic movie. We don't know the plot of the movie. We don't know anything. Sorry, this is why when you mentioned it, I was like, I was trying to be a little careful. Because I do know a lot of the people working on the movie, and to be completely clear, I am being completely honest, I don't know anything. I don't know what the story is. I genuinely don't know. I haven't seen anything. But I do know people who are working on it, and I just don't want anything I say to be misunderstood as like, oh, he's leaking stuff. He knows things. But I genuinely do not know. And there's another reason that I think I can say it, but I actually don't know. So everything I'm saying is from the same information everyone else has, okay? That's the point I'm making. I don't know anything you don't know. I was gonna tell a slightly vague story earlier. I was like, oh yeah, I should tell that, but now I'm not going to. Now it's so annoying. I hate this stuff. But it's just, I'm like, I don't know if I'd get in trouble for. I just won't say anything. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. It's probably completely inconsequential, and I'll be able to be more specific later. Oh no, it's absolutely not. No, it's not on you at all. It's my fault for like, what do I do?
That could prove useful.
Hilda went. Man, I don't know. I'm watching through all the Simpsons, and I just bought seasons 1 through 8 and the movies of Futurama on DVD. I got like a box set of that off eBay. Been meaning to get, because like I've watched Simpsons and Futurama a lot before, but it's like I want to actually watch it beginning to end all the way through. Yeah, I've got so much stuff. I've got books and everything, you know. You guys know. There's too many things. But anyone in here, if you have not, I'm being dead serious. If you have not watched Bluey, get on it. They're like 7-minute episodes, and they are genuinely some of the best shit ever. Like even the like normal episodes that aren't even that shut up. Even the normal episodes that aren't even like that extreme with any, like, I just feel like I'm gonna cry. Like every episode of that show, there's like a moment where I'm like, oh my god, like I can't do it. It is.
Some say this was the
I don't know, man. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. There's so many pathways here, and I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I see. So I need to open that, and I need to do 3 different branches to open it. I'm guessing. That looks about right. Yeah, I will be seated day 1 for that Bluey movie, man. I'm gonna be like crying my eyes out in that cinema with all the kids around me, like laughing and crying. Maybe, hopefully, I can maybe see like a screen that doesn't have kids. Like, not that I don't. I mean, obviously, I want kids to see it. It's a kids thing, but like, I just don't want the kids to be annoying in the theater. Even though, you know, it's their movie more than it is mine, really. Although, I don't know, I'd argue Bluey is very, very deliberately made for adults as well. And I don't mean that in, like, they say sex jokes. But I mean that in the sense that it is, like, masterfully made emotional storytelling. And can I complain? Here's the thing for America. I don't know. Do I have it? Hold on. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Okay. 2 things. First, watch Hundreds of Beavers. You gotta watch this movie. Oh my god, the keying, dude. You gotta watch this movie, man. Amazing. Incredible. I don't watch comedies a lot. Usually stuff that's supposed to be funny, I'm like, eh. Or maybe I'm like, yeah, it's funny, but I'm not laughing. This is a masterpiece, okay? Watch Hundreds of Beavers. Now, what I hold here is Bluey on Blu-ray. The whole series. The whole show. I mean, until they maybe do a season 4. I don't know. There's not really any clear indication of if they're doing more. But it's all of Bluey on Blu-ray. Right? All of the Australian original episodes on Blu-ray. Which is misleading because it's actually the like Disney Plus versions of some of them where they've changed stuff or they've censored things, but then some of them it's not. Some of them they have kept in the original versions because Bluey, this like baby show is too controversial for Americans to handle. It's just too edgy, so they have to censor stuff. But it's got things like there's an episode with there's an episode where they're talking about capsicum, which is a type of vegetable here, which Americans would call bell pepper. And in the American version of the show, they redubbed it to say pepper. Like, oh, I love red pepper instead of red capsicum. Which pisses me off because this show is This is my house. This is in Brisbane. This is where I live. It is made and set in Brisbane. We call it Capsicum. Like, just deal with it. So I'm a little annoyed that it has like little stuff like that. But anyway, the main thing, I had to buy this in America because they don't sell it here. You can't buy Bluey on Blu-ray in the city it was made in the country it was made in. Like, it doesn't help that the ABC, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, doesn't even own Bluey. You can see on the back, this is going to be like tiny. Oh my god, I should just, whatever. You can't even see it. Bluey is owned by the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation. They bought it from Australia because apparently our country was like, who cares? Who cares about the best thing we've ever fucking made? Yeah, just sell it. So that's lame. But yeah, you can't even buy Bluey on Blu-ray in Australia. There's DVDs, but there's no Blu-ray. And this is like the whole show on one big pack. There's nothing like that here. You can't get it. Bullshit. Totally bullshit. And as for like too busy with the movie to make the show, somewhat true. Because like the movie's being made by a local Brisbane studio called Cosmic Dino, where I know a lot of people who work there. I have a lot of friends who I've worked with who've moved there. Criticals and yeah, I guess. Whereas Bluey, the show, is made by Ludo, which is a different animation studio in Brisbane. I guess I'll go through here. And they are a 2D studio, whereas Cosmic Dino is a 3D like feature animation studio. They've done 3D movies. So the movie's being made by them. So Ludo could potentially just keep making seasons of the show. The problem is that Joe Brom, the creator of Bluey, and like some of the other people, like I think like Geoff Bush, the composer, and again, to be clear, I'm saying things that have been publicly announced. I don't know anything else about this. This is just me going off what I'm pretty sure I've seen people saying. Like a lot of the art directors and yeah, like other people who've worked on the show are involved with the movie. So if they were to keep making the show, they would need like other people in charge of all that stuff. And I know that, yeah, when they made the episode The Sign, which was like the half-hour special, borderline like finale of the show, that like Joe Brom, the creator, said like this will mark the end of my directorial, work on Bluey the show, because now I'm gonna go work on the movie. So it's sort of like if the show does keep going, someone else will have to direct it. And to be honest, I don't really know. I don't really think I want Bluey without those people involved. Yeah, I don't want like Simpsons season 30 from Bluey. But yeah, like to anyone, I mean, I know you guys, anyone who's watching here has probably heard me go on about this before, and they know what like the good shit is to look out for. But yeah, if you think, oh, it's just like, just some like kids shows, like, yeah, maybe it's pretty good, like for kids and stuff, but like, no, it is, Bluey is like, I don't know, if in the off chance that like I was like working on the movie or the show or something, I would be like, I'm like pretty normal with how I treat people that I know and respect. Like I've spoken to Tyson Hess and stuff at conventions, and I think I just I'm normal about it. I'm just like, hey man, like I love you stuff, But like, that would be a little part of me that's like, oh my god, that's the creator of Bluey right there I'm working with. Oh my god, I'm in a meeting with like all these people who made like this amazing show. Like, I'd be kind of like, ooh, a little scared almost, or just like kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Oh Jesus, these are expensive. Another revive would be good, but I can't afford that.
Need of your service.
It might end up just like SpongeBob, yeah. Yeah, that is my fear. I really hope that doesn't happen. Oh, please heal me. Oh. An asshole. Oh, I'm not going to be able to sell enough to get any of that. I'm going to have to sell like so much. Even if I sold those like 150, it's still not enough. Guess I'll just stick with what I got, but I could really use some health. I mean, I still have 2 super moves.
I will not fail you.
See, that bridge is open, but there's still these other pathways I can do. Do I have any animation resources to help learn animation? That's tricky. Because I went, like, I learned, you know, a lot of what I know through university, but I also believe that, like, in terms of just the craft of making stuff, you can totally just, like, self-teach for a lot of these things. You know, like, there's great online resources out there for this stuff. However, the benefit of you know, and I tried to do my special move and it didn't come out. There's a lot of great resources out there. I can't really think of any specific ones, to be honest, but the benefit of going to college, university, or something is that you get the experience of working in a team with other people where everyone's collaborating, and you get feedback from a tutor as well, like from a teacher who can direct you, who can look at the work you've done and offer specific advice to guide you. So I think that is a huge benefit. But just the general process of learning the craft and stuff, I think you can do it at home in your own time. But I would say, I mean, the examples you're always going to hear are the animated survival kit by Richard Williams, who you might know as the like lead sort of animation director on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's a great book. I have a copy over here actually. There's The Illusion of Life by the old Disney guys, which is another really good one. Those are like the very classical like go-to examples for everything. And I'm not saying you should treat them like the Bible of like you have to follow it religiously. But they are good. They're the foundation that everything else comes. You know, here I'll go grab one of them. Okay. Let me actually change to the. Here we go. So, this is the animated survival kit. Oh my god, should I turn off? Hold on. NVIDIA broadcast, where'd you go? Okay. Yeah, now you can see the Dutch angle I'm on because of the way I've rotated my camera. Apologies. Yeah, this is the animated survival kit by Richard Williams. It's a very good book. It's a little bit of a meme among animators from just like how much it's mentioned all the time as like the go-to book, all the walk cycles and stuff. There's a few of these in the book of of like kind of Jessica Rabbit-esque examples of things. I think it's usually stuff from like commercials or other things that like Richard Williams has worked on before. You know, there's a lot of good stuff of like, you know, how to follow arcs of motion. Oh my god, sorry, the specular highlight of my streamer like oh no, stuff over here. Just a lot of good things to follow. And again, I'm not necessarily saying you have to get this book and read through and follow it, but like in terms of, I guess, the lessons that it's trying to teach. There's good stuff in here. You know, characters running and jumping, and you know how to squash and stretch and all this stuff. And if you're interested in animation and modeling, that's good. Like, it's good to be interested in multiple things and kind of get a feel for the broader pipeline rather than just one thing. But if you do want to focus on, you know, one thing or the other, then that would be like a decision you would have to make at some point, I guess, of just like, do I really want to, you know, do I want to model, or do I want to animate? Because they are, you know, they are very different. Yeah, like all the walk cycle stuff in here is like classic. You know, like everyone talks about this kind of stuff. Some, I mean, these aren't even that egregious, but just some examples, kind of what I was talking about. Yeah, you know, it's a good book. It might not even hurt to have like a digital copy of it, because the thing is, when you're working, you're probably not going to be pulling out a physical book all the time to read. You might benefit from having a you know, PDF or something you can scroll through and have on your second screen while you're working. Oh, there is a whole thing in here about not listening to music or other things while you're working, which is quite controversial. This whole thing of, yeah, like I'm not smart enough to think of more than one thing at a time. And so he's saying like never listen to music, never like have anything else on while you're working, which like I get it, you know, I do understand the point sort of that he's trying to make, of like, to animate you need to be focused on what you're doing, you need to concentrate. But at the same time, I listen to music while doing stuff, you know, it depends what you're doing, really. There are times when I'm working where I want to have music on or a podcast or something, and then I kind of go like, okay, no, like I have to turn this off. Like I need like full attention on this right now. But then it's more like I still have my headphones on because I need quiet. I need, like, if I'm in the office and everyone's talking, I'm like, no, 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 no. Like, everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. I need isolation right now. Okay. Virtual background back on. Let's go back to the gaming realm. Let me put my book away.
Think
Let me put my
before you act.
Blu-rays away as well. I was very tempted just then to grab a bunch of my dinosaur books off the shelf and like go through like, oh, look at this one. Oh, look at, you know. Let me guys show you all my cool like dinosaur books that I have. And I was like, no, no, don't don't do it. Not right now. But let me shout out from the shelf right now. King Tyrant by Mark Whitten. Future of Dinosaurs by David Hone. The Rise and Fall of Dinosaurs by Stephen Brusatte. And soon I'm going to be reading Spinosaur Tales by David Hone and Mark Whitten. I'm very looking forward to that. And you can kickstart the Pterosaur, what is it, Pterosaur Handbook? Pterosaur Guidebook? Right now it's on Kickstarter. A whole book of original artwork and stuff about pterosaurs, which are the flying reptiles that are not dinosaurs, but everyone thinks they're dinosaurs. Yeah, that book will be really cool. As an outsider to 3D art, texturing to me is a mystery. Do you paint on the mesh? I can't imagine people draw on the 2D texture file itself. That is a great question, and I thought the same thing when I started too. even modeling, I was like, how do you make what? I'm really bad at texturing. It is not my skill set at all. But it's kind of, I think back in the day, you probably were texturing on the image file, kind of. But now we have tools like Substance Painter and things where you UV unwrap the model. So, 3D space is XYZ, right? And then texture coordinate space is U and V. So it's the letters before XYZ. And you're basically grabbing the model and you're like cutting lines and seams into it of like where parts will be unwrapped, like projected the texture onto it. So you get like nice uniform shapes. That's where you see models with the like that grid over them, because you're using that grid to tell if there's distortion of like if a part of the square is, stretched and fucked up. So, see, what do I need? What do I need to open that? Who knows? Yeah, so you UV unwrap and then you texture. But with programs like Substance Painter, you're usually viewing the model in 3D space, and then the texture is kind of next to it, and then you can work on the model. You can paint directly on the model and it goes to the texture, and vice versa. Like you can do that. There's also there's like procedural stuff. So a Substance Painter can detect edges on a model and kind of use that to build like an edge mask. So if I, simple example, if I had like a cube or even just something, like a kind of rigid object like water bottle, obviously the smooth side along here is not an edge, right? But then like up here, once you get to these parts, like it can detect, okay, this is an edge. This is clearly an edge at the bottom here, and it will mask these regions out, and you can use those as a map to apply procedural effects. So you might have like edge dirt or rust, where, along the corners of an object, you get that bit of grime and the like, that kind of leaking water residue damage coming down. And you can apply those things procedurally with materials and stuff. So you're not manually painting in all that shit. Because it's kind of like, you have a way, you want it to look, control it with parameters and maths and stuff. Which is very different to AI stuff, before anyone gets confused. It's not the same as AI completely removes the decision-making process of creativity. This is giving you like you're still making decisions, you're just making them quicker. You're still directing how you want the object to look and how you want certain parts of the object to behave in relation to other things. What upgrades do I want? Rituals, I mean, okay. Rare trinkets, extra mana on hit, critical hit damage. So yeah, I don't love this stuff, but Mother's Grace revives you with almost max health. That's pretty good. More damage on punish is also good. Get one of these. Rare trinkets, extra chance of dropping. Yeah, okay, I'll get that one. Sure. Are using models from models resource, aka game asset stuff, illegal? Especially, no, not at all. Well, it shouldn't be. No, I don't think that would be the case at all. Whatever you do for personal work is a whole other thing to consider compared to like, hey, I'm working on a movie or a game for a studio that is making money, that is going to be selling it. It's a whole other world compared to like, I'm doing this to learn. Like, yeah, that's fine. If anything, for modeling practice, shut up. I would say, learning how to translate an existing design into 3D is a good skill to have. And so for that reason, like doing fan art is not a bad idea. That's kind of why I did my series of models a long time ago, where I took the sprites of some of those Sonic enemies, like the Sonic 3 robots, and I made 3D models of them, and I was trying to match the 2D artwork kind of as close as I could, but with my own sort of like take on what the hell of how I want to do the style. Why did the game alt tab me? That's weird. Yeah. Let's do both of them, I guess. New move deck. Oh, what? Yeah. Rocket Dwarf? Hell yeah, that sounds cool. I'll get one for Braum as well. Automatically lifts nearby throwables. Uses. Oh, okay, alright, that's kind of cool. I do want to play more of him. I just think I like these guys more. They just feel more like brawlers. Whereas he's a bit more of like a magic kind of ranged sort of floaty guy. But yeah, if you can take, like for example, this game here, right? Like these characters are 2D designs. If I was able to go like, hey, I made a 3D model of Galandra here, like the sword lady I'm playing as. If I could make like a really good looking model of her that kind of like matches the art style of this game, I am confident saying that's a very good thing to have on your portfolio. Because if you are working as a 3D modeler, your job, you don't design stuff. You get given a design by someone else.
Before you act.
That's right. And then you have to take that 3D design, you have to take that 2D design and make it 3D and make it look as much like the concept as you can. So if you have fan art ideas, if you have something you're a really big fan of that's 2D and you want to make it 3D, like I think that is a really good way to practice.
Favorite fruit farmer. That's why some feats you accomplish spawn one. If they say only the dead can have them.
This stuff confused the hell out of me at first. I thought I was getting all these as like permanent upgrades, where it's like increase all fire damage, splash bubbles make fire, increase burn down. And I was like, damn, this sounds like kind of powerful. And then I realized, oh, right. I'm just unlocking the ability to maybe unlock these as a random thing. It's random chance. I don't really care about the chaos ones. It sounds too risky. Like unlocking all that stuff or using that. Sure, man. I don't know. I don't know what to get with these because I'm like, I don't know. I'm even going to use them. Use models resource for animate. Yeah, well, okay. For animation, I would say, models resource might not be the best because you're just getting a model. You're not getting a rig. And when you're animating, you need a good rig, right? So if you just need as like a background thing or something, or maybe if you want to practice rigging, I would say that's fine. But if you want to animate, you need a rig that is made for animators to use it. And if you're just getting a model, it's going to have the bones, sure, but it's not going to have a rig. A rig is like all the extra controls. It's stuff like, if I was a 3D character, right? I would have like a bone in my head that you would use to, rotate my head. But you don't want to have to click on the bone. You want to click on a controller that moves the bone. But then also you might want controls that are a little different. So, okay, so for example, the Sonic rigs that I've used before by Blur, I think formerly the Blue Blur, but it's just Blur now. His rigs, he adds like an arrow above Sonic's head you can grab, and you can pull the arrow like up and down, and it pulls his head and it squashes his head down. You can tilt it side to side, and that's something you're not going to get if you just have the bone. Like if you want these extra controls, things like better control of like fingers, of like easily sort of spreading out fingers or rotating fingers. You don't have to go through one by one, because that takes fucking forever. So you want a good rig, and there are a lot of good like free rigs out there that people have made for like students to practice on. So I would probably recommend using something like that. more so than just getting like a model off models resource. Unless you want to practice your rigging, but you know.
It seems that the pact cannot be salvaged.
Uh-huh.
Irene will all end up eaten. He desires everything for himself.
Cool.
Aim for the star.
What do you got to say? Oh, hello. There you go.
I've gained more control over this savage arm and cruel blade. You have found purpose, have you not?
Thinking of my master made me realize that I never really completed my training. Cataclysm didn't leave me the chance to record my journey and sing my lines for the Forever Song. I must bring one last dream to a dead realm. It might be foolhardy. It means the world.
Is Rigify a blender tool? So I think I've heard of that. I haven't used it. Yeah, I haven't used a lot of Blender. I made a few little things with it, but I haven't done much with it. I would like to do more, but I don't know. It's just my thing where I'm like, yeah, I'd love to do like modeling or animating, or I'd love to work in games, but I just haven't got a chance to work on games or make games. And I think like, yeah, okay, it's Sunday right now. I could be learning to do that stuff, but it's also like, this is my time off. Like, I have to go back to work and do similar stuff every day already. You know, I want to have that work-life balance of, like, I have time where I just play what I, you know, do my own thing. Then I go back to work. If I was unemployed, then hell yeah, sure, I'd be learning how to make games and how to model and everything. You like Cider? Because she's got the mask? I was thinking of playing her next, actually. Let's do one more run. Because that was quite a long one I already did. Let's play her. Because she has, oh, what do you want? She has cool aerial stuff.
About you, Cider.
You're so dominant and assertive. Do you believe you're better than me, sister? You're afraid of the unknown like Azra. Sometimes life is simple like...
Okay. So yeah, her thing is she has this arm, like Nero's arm. You can pull yourself to enemies. You can also pull them back to you, which I can't do here because this training dummy is like stuck on the floor. So yeah, she's got some cool shit you can do. I just feel like her damage output's not as good as Galandra, and I find it a little bit harder to do her like use this as a counter compared to just swinging a big sword. But I'm getting better. I'm getting better with her.
Clockwork marionette, lightning drill!
Spin upwards. Oh, see, that one seems cool. But this is the one it wants me to use right now for extra radiance. Sure. Goodbye, some guy that exists.
We share one body, but they cannot share a land.
Well, for her, I probably do want anything that is related to aerial attacks. Explore the mansion. Oh, I have more to do up there? I was kind of thinking of going back down to the Lizard King. Down on the bottom path. Like down here. Let's go this way this time. Yeah, I'll do this. Oh, hello. I'll do this run. And then I'll probably end the stream though. But then I'll just keep playing this. Oh man. Oh.
Those who survived would be so attuned to magic, my child.
Oh, you're saying if I break this, it's a bad thing? You know, fuck it. What happens? It's like hard mode. Okay, well, it hasn't done, like, anything for me yet. Oh, does it make them all elite? Okay. Is it only for this screen, though? Or is it, like, now every enemy in the fucking run is gonna do this? Right, okay, it's a bit difficult to, do aerial shit on these guys, because they're elite, and I can't, Ow, I can't pull. I'm missing. See, this is another thing. This is what I mean with like roguelikes. I'm used to having a move with her where I can dash in the air. So I have muscle memory that's like, oh yeah, don't worry about being in the air. Just dash and like get out of the way, you'll be fine. But like, no, I can't do that because I haven't unlocked it in this run. I don't like that very much with roguelikes. So I can adjust, but I would prefer that I could just learn a character's moveset and like remember it. Or maybe the game would let me like keep some of that stuff between runs. Which I know some people don't like that stuff because they prefer when roguelikes are actually, you know, you start from the start, there's no meta progression or anything, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but I would like it better if it wasn't, you know, completely starting from scratch every time. Whoops. Sometimes I find with her, ow, oh my god. I find that I really struggle with the direction of her arm, even though like I try aiming where I want it to go, it just doesn't always work.
Suppose I should take advice.
Piggy? That's true, I guess, but I feel like, in a Metroidvania, I don't know, it's like I'm going in with the clear, like, yeah, I'm starting over and I know I'm gonna get the same things at the same time or whatever. Whereas a roguelike, it's a bit more, like, I could still get to the end and not have that thing I had before. I don't know. I know what you mean. I guess it is similar.
Nice find.
I don't know if it's exactly the same, though. No dogs playing poker? Okay, so these guys aren't. They don't have that buff, so I guess it's just a one-room thing. What's the... I don't know, I was like half paying attention to the dialogue that the lady said. What benefit did I get from that? Like, what reason is there for me as a player to... Is it just like, oh, I get extra points? Ow. Oh my god, okay. The other thing with her I really need to get better at is knowing when to go in the air, because when you're in the air in this game, you can't block or dash. Well, with her you can sometimes if you have the right upgrade. So being in the air is actually quite dangerous. I grab you. Nope. No. I'm playing like shit, man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'd be more into these games if the balancing was, if like meta progression was less about like, oh, you unlocked more health, you unlocked more damage, you have a higher chance of a critical, you know, like that stuff. I'm like, I don't care about that. If it was more like your health and defense and everything is exactly the same every time you start a run, but you unlock new moves that are permanent, I think I would like that way more. Because now it's like, it's less about, okay, you're objectively just better now, and it's more about you have unlocked new tools that you did not have before, which you can use in creative ways. Ow. Oh shit. What do we got? Oh, it's all this fucking cosmic shit now. Aerial, yeah, just give me that one.
That's some lovely handiwork, sure. But I can't fly.
What? Why did, this is what I mean. Why do the characters say these things? I don't understand. Let's go down. There are some that do that? Yes, yeah, I think I'd be more interested in that kind of a roguelike, personally. I mean, obviously I would probably just prefer it wasn't a roguelike at all, but, you know. Like, I get it. I kind of do get the appeal. You know, but then for me, I think about, like, Star Fox and stuff. I'm like, well, that's, you know, that's like a run-based game of, like, branching pods and decisions and upgrades and stuff, but it's completely, like, skill-based. There's no luck involved. You know, you are making active choices, informed choices as a player. And I think I would prefer something more like that. Hell's on a 20% chance of getting a throwable back. Nah, I don't know. Give me this one, I guess. Always, okay, someone remind me, what has happened in the past, like, 2 months since I've streamed that I need to, like, mention or discuss that I haven't talked about before, because, you know, I'm trying to think, like, yeah, we had fucking Sonic Fortnite shit, I don't care, he looks fucking ugly, and I don't care about Fortnite. Oh, hello. Yeah, just cool action games with randomized elements, yeah. But then for me, I'm just like, yeah, I would prefer there was just no randomized elements and I just got the action part, but you know, with something like this, I'm like, okay, I can tolerate it, it's alright. You know, you could join me co-op right now in this game. Well, maybe not right now, but there is like online 2-player. See, now I'm like, I'm kind of gaming. Ow. No, never mind. I kind of wish, because you can't block in the air, it'd be kind of cool if you could, like, melee fast fall or something. So you get on the ground faster to block. How good the online is? Well, there is rollback in the online here. So I don't know. I do wonder how good it would be. See this? Yeah, playing this game as well just makes me think, like, if I did actually do that idea of making a second channel and just having, you know, stuff that's like... Because sometimes I feel bad for streaming because I think, you know, I don't get a ton of people in here, and it's probably because people are more interested. If you're subscribed to me, you're probably here for the videos, right? Like, you want that scripted, high-effort, professional-ish kind of production value, right? You don't just want me sitting here fucking talking about bullshit. So I've thought about having a place that's kind of like the streams in terms of what I'm talking about, but just more in a condensed video where I'm not jumping all over the place and talking about 10,000 different things. Where I just talk about a topic, you know? And this would be a game I would totally do a video like that on, of like, hey, I just played Absolum, it was great, let me talk about why it's great, I recommend it, you know, please go play it. It's not really the kind of thing I would make a full channel video on, you know? I don't know if I have as much in-depth stuff to say. And then also it means that it's, you know, it's in its own separate place where people who are on the main channel, they don't have to see it if they don't want to. But it's also just the reason I do a stream every now and then instead of having a channel like that is because, yeah, having a channel like that would then make me feel like, well, fuck, now I have to make videos on this stuff. Like, I'd play a game and go like, oh shit, well now I gotta make a video on that. And whereas if I just stream like this and I just talk about it briefly while I'm playing something else, it's easier for me just to like get it out though. But I would still... Out? I would still... I don't know. I'm still open to the idea. Get fucked, bitch. Overpressure. Oh, didn't hit him? I do kind of agree, co-op, you know, I noticed that with Streets of Rage, like, playing it with my girlfriend and then playing it solo was like a totally different thing. Because I thought playing it co-op would maybe, like, balance it differently, but I was like, oh no, it just is way easier. Although, with this game, I've had way more success playing it solo. Like, when I was playing co-op with my girlfriend and my brother, like, we were consistently dying to that, like, Underking boss fight. We couldn't do it, but then, like, I'd play solo and I could do it a bit better, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm focusing a bit more. Ow. But yeah, it's definitely, like, purer playing it solo. That was not a great run of this boss, but whatever. Ooh, okay. I think it's the new one. Attacks from behind, deal 50% damage. Forward dash passes through enemies and deals damage? Yeah. Am I interested in Dust Bloods? Not really. I can't say that online FromSoft stuff is the draw to me. Like, even Elden Ring. I played all of Elden Ring up until, like, the final boss without even having the item that lets me summon NPCs or other players, because I was just like, I don't want to do that. Like, I just don't care. I don't want to do the online shit. I just want to play it myself. Because, like, and it's annoying because then you get into those debates of people it's like, oh, but the game, like, it's there for a reason. You're expected to use it. You know, it's balanced around that. Like, you're supposed to want to get help from people. And I'm like, yeah, conceptually, I agree. But when you play with other people in those games, it completely breaks the boss design. Like, they don't target you anymore. Like, Monster Hunter feels way more balanced with that stuff in mind than the Souls games do to me. But I know Dustbloods is like a PvP or PvPvE, right? So it's more about fighting other players, and even then I'm like, I don't know, I don't really want to do that. Like, it might be good. Yeah, it does. I agree. I heard the city trial comparisons and I looked at the gameplay and I was like, huh. Alright. I see. There is also a character who turns into a T-Rex. Or like his upper body turns into a deformed, like, Jurassic Park style inaccurate T-Rex. But I don't know, kind of cool. I can't say I'm like dying to play it, you know. Like, maybe I don't know, but there's so many other games. So many other games to play. And I'm still waiting on Metroid Ravenous. Ow. Ow. Can I actually grapple these guys? Okay, I can pull myself to them, but I can't... No, I can't pull them to me. Shit. Hello, Bridge Moon Productions. Your guess is March for Metroid Ravenous? First hit deals extra damage? Alright. Does that mean I can just walk up to them and go, oh. Oh. No, I guess it's the first hit of the enemy's total health. Ow, I'm trying to get the cheese, man. Hello. Alright, I forgot I can dash through. See, this is the thing, I always forget about these upgrades I get. Because it's not like a traditional, you know, action game or Metroidvania or something where you get a new tool and the game's like kind of tutorializes it for you for a sec of like, hey, here's how to use it. Because everything's random, it's just sort of like you get a thing in a menu that's like, yeah, you can do this now. And you don't really have a chance to practice like right when you get it. You kind of have to wait until the next enemy to figure it out. So then by the time I'm there, I just forget I have it. Which, you know, that's like on me, but I also just think it's a roguelike thing that could be improved. Whoops. Ow. Why do I... Okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to aim down. And sometimes she doesn't. Maybe the Steam controller D-pad just sucks. Which, I mean, admittedly, it's not as good as the Xbox D-pad. Why'd you... Okay. How do I do the thing where I get behind you? Okay, whatever. I have not played River City Girls. I know of it. I've seen, like, the artwork looks really cool for that game. Oh, I don't want these. There we go. Criticals increase static charge. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I don't really know much about River City Girls. I just know it's got really nice artwork. And that I think people liked it as a beat 'em up. They said it was good. Yeah, okay. What do you want?
Aren't you stealing your own life from we have much in common?
Okay. Yeah, for context, I've basically only really played like Streets of Rage before this. As like getting into beat 'em ups. Like I played a bit of the classics on Mega Drive, then I played Streets of Rage 4 and was like, wow, this is really, really good. And then now I'm playing this because it's by some of the same people. And I've played like years ago I played a bit of Shredder's Revenge, and I kind of was like, that was before I really got beat 'em up, so I was sort of like, oh, I don't really get this. And we were playing like 4-player co-op, so it was just shit everywhere, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing that's like useful at all. I played the demo for Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and I thought it was okay, but I can't really give a strong... I don't know, it didn't grip me like Streets of Rage straight away, where I was like, whoa, this is good. Like, there's gameplay here.
There's no treasure where you're going, big fella.
Yeah, you tell him. Nope. Ow. Ow. Trying to get those parries. Nope. There we go. Come on the air with me. Nope. I hate that. Shit, too early. Come with me. No. Come in the air. Overpressure. Okay. Ow. Get out of here. Bitch. Yeah, I probably did spoil myself. It's kind of the same with like other action games too. If, like once I played Bayonetta, it was like, oh, everything's downhill from here, man. Except DMC. Well, except DMC 5 and 4, sort of, and like bits of 3. Wonderful 101's kind of its own beast. Shaq Fu? Do you mean Sifu? Like the 3D one? I've heard Sifu is really good. I think I have it on Epic Game Store. I think I got it for free. I don't have enough for these unless I want to sell something. God Hand? Yeah. See, it was funny because I played God Hand before playing Streets of Rage, so I didn't fully see the beat 'em up. Like I could see it, but like I really understood it more after playing those. And I could see the difference between God Hand being, definitely has characteristics of a Devil May Cry and elements that would go on to Bayonetta, like the punish thing of like kicking enemies while they're down and the QTE stuff. But God Hand has more of a crowd control focus, which is what you see in beat 'em ups. Whereas a DMC Bayonetta, less about crowd control, more about like styling on individual enemies. Whereas, yeah, God Hand is kind of, instead of like throwing enemies into crowds, it's more about getting an uppercut and kicking them into a crowd all at once to, deal big damage. And has all those like enemy types that are, references to beat 'em up stuff. And yeah. I don't really see the need for the mount upgrade because that seems really situational. So let's sell that one. And then let's buy more health. More damage on mono attacks because this character is very good at isolating enemies in the air. But I think I'm just going to go with more health. Oh, there's another guy up here again. Nope. See ya. Attacking enemies from afar. See, I don't know. How are you even supposed to do that? Like, what would you use that attacks them from afar in the first place? You don't have, I guess, the throwables, if they count? Or if you're playing as Brome, the frog guy? No, because last time, fine. Okay, does it do anything? I don't know. I know Shaq Fu is a real thing. It's just they said holy typo, so I was like, do you mean Sifu? Do you mean a different game?
Before the cataclysm, before losing your chains is
Okay, thanks. That didn't help me at all. Yeah, let's go to Lizardland. Has anyone else watched that? Oh, hello. That Crobo Productions YouTube poop, the recent one of Robotnik, like its Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Robotnik and Captain Rescue. To be fair, I've never really watched Adventures of Sonic. I only know this stuff because I watched YouTube poops. Robotnik and Captain Rescue and like stopping 9/11 is a very good YouTube poop.
I need somebody expendable. There's an entire company of Legion. Please stop me.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna go the top way. Alright, fine, we'll go that way. Yeah, I've heard Sifu's good. I've also heard it kind of has a little bit of God Hand in it. Just a little bit. A little bit of God Hand DNA. One day I'll stream God Hand. It's just usually when I'm streaming, I'm streaming something I'm already like actively playing. I'm just streaming it instead of not streaming it. You know, I was already playing this anyway, so I'll just stream it, because why not? I'm just sitting at home on a weekend. My girlfriend's, whoops, didn't mean to do that. My girlfriend's away for a few more days, so I'm not doing anything. Get away. Ah! Okay. Right, okay, so yeah, I gotta dash behind them like that, and then I deal more damage from back. Cool. I think the overpressure mechanic's pretty cool. So that's that thing that just happened there where the enemy like flashed white and got knocked away. So it's kind of a combo prevention thing a little bit, or it's more so like preventing repetitive attacks. So I like that that is a system that they've considered. But I also like how when you build that up, it does benefit you in a way. Because it deals like a big burst of damage, but it also launches the enemy away to prevent you from doing an infinite on them. But like you can still use that in a way to go like, okay, well, I know it's going to do an infinite. Well, I know it's going to stop me from doing an infinite, but the damage and the burst I get from it is kind of worth it. So you can kind of, it's not like entirely a negative. Like, yes, it is there to prevent you from just wailing on an enemy over and over and over and over, but it also has like a good and a bad side to it. I think that's cool. It's better than just straight up going like, no, you just can't. You know, it's like in Bayonetta 2, where the angels will just push back on you and just run away, and they just stop you comboing on them, and you're like, hey man, piss off. Okay. Oh yeah, Marvel Tokon. I played the network test like beta thing for that. I haven't bought the full game. It is one that I did consider. Like I you know, I would like to. I'm getting into fighting games a bit, but I just haven't, because it's expensive, and I mean, yeah, unless Pariah got it, I wouldn't really have anyone to play with necessarily. And it's just hard with fighting games, like online kind of stuff like that, multiplayer things, because there's not really like an end point where I can just go like, okay, I'm done. You know, it's sort of more like I just have to give up, or just go like, yeah, I got to move on and play something else. And then at that point, I just know I'm probably not going to be playing the fighting game again. You know, I'm going to be too busy with other things, and I'm going to get distracted and forget to like go back and play it more. And then also, if I did go back and play it, I would be worse. Then I have to relearn everything, like get back in the muscle memory again. So it's just hard. Like, I want to focus on one game, get really good at it, see it through, and then kind of go like, all right, time to move on to the next one. And yeah, multiplayer stuff, it's difficult to do that, but it was fun. I wanted to play more of Green Goblin, but he's quite a technical character. Like, he's one of the characters that like the game suggests, like, oh, you know, he's a bit more difficult, maybe don't play him if you're a beginner. So I played a bit of Spider-Man, but I played, I think and like a bit of Blade as well, but I played mostly as Magic, because she was like a simple, relatively easy character, just, you know, go with a sword, and I was like, yep, cool, I'll do that. And yeah, she was fun. And then apparently she was the most played character in the beta, which I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm not that surprised. Okay. Yeah, it does seem like a cool, you know, as much as I shit on like the MCU Marvel stuff, I'm much more okay with those characters existing as video game, you know, fighting game characters, because that feels more like what they're designed to be, is just like cool characters who fight, not characters who actually, ow, are used to like tell good stories. Ow. Nothing down there. Nope, nothing up here. It's been 10 years since Sonic Mania was announced. Yeah, I know. I wasn't there in the crowd, like in San Diego. My friends were. I wish I was there for it, but I was watching it live. I was there for that stream. Boy, was it fucking terrible. But Sonic Mania was such a highlight. Although admittedly at the time it was a little confusing of like exactly what the game was, because they only showed Studiopolis as like the first new level, and then the rest was Green Hill, so you were kind of like, wait, what? Like, what is this? Is this actually a new game? Launched enemies, strike, increase. Yeah, it's just static. Shitting on all the comics that came. Well, you know, I don't know. That probably is good stuff. I'm just saying that, especially some of the older characters, to me, I always got the impression more so that like they exist to be a cool character, you know, to make a cool comic book cover of a character with like a cool concept. Ow. Fuck. Who's got cool powers that the other ones don't have. So we can, you know, sell books to, like, teenage boys. And, like, sell toys and stuff. It's kind of like what I've said about, Transformers. I think I like Transformers more as a toy, you know, like as a silly characters, like action figures to smash together in like video games and stuff, and to like display on a shelf because they look cool rather than being like amazing emotional stories. I did this boss yesterday, I think, with like the upgrade for her where I could like jump and dash and stuff as well, and I was just like, I was flying up here, man. No one could get me. Oh. Ow. I was trying to lay the mine down so that he would, like, fall on it when he smashed into the ground, but whatever. Spider-Man's origin comic is a solid, complete story? Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, Spider-Man, I think everyone's got a bit more respect for Spider-Man. But on-blade texture rate faster and longer, gadget-based kind of this one, I guess. Were you accepted into the Duskbloods closed beta? I did not sign up for it, because I'm just not super interested in that game. So this is a cool design. These axolotl people, like the frog. Yeah, this stuff's cool. This is a very, very good game.
You took down the patrol. Thanks to your efforts, some warriors from the tribes are coming back.
Wow. Most superhero comics are trash. See, that's kind of what I don't know. I can't say I speak from much first-hand experience. It's more so just the impression I get from them. That, yeah, I feel like a lot of these characters are just like shit, we need a new guy. He's got lightning powers and he's got diarrhea. I don't know, like you need to like make up something that's like, yeah, this is the cool new character we have that you should be interested in and buy comics of, so that they'll be excited when he crosses over with the other characters. I don't know if it's as cynical as how I view like the MCU stuff, but I'm just saying I think those, you know, cool characters that you want to see do cool things and buy toys of and read comics of, you know, I like that in a video game context. It's like I get to play as a cool character rather than like going into a movie where I'm supposed to actually enjoy the story and go like, the story kind of sucks. Having to continue stories forever, that's definitely one of the, big problems. There's going to be a lot of AAA games coming out next month. Is there any you're interested in playing? Can you name any? I'm trying to think of them. What AAA stuff's coming out next month that I should be interested in? Because I'm not... Nothing's coming to mind for me. Because, like, Castlevania is not until October, and that's not... I mean, it's a big IP, but in terms of, like, budget stuff of that game, I wouldn't call it AAA. It's not, like, Red Dead or something. Although, even then, Rockstar games are kind of a whole other level of AAA, to be honest. These guys... I hate them. I hate when they suck. Ow. Oh, no, we're good. Ooh. Hello. Let me kill these guys first. Because I'm gonna guess you're not friendly. Shit. Ow. Damn. Oh, yeah, okay. Whoops. I keep aiming the arm the wrong way. Yeah, if you can list any of those AAA games, because I'm struggling to think of any right now. I just don't play a lot of that stuff in general, you know? Like, yeah, I play some, like, big stuff, but playing a lot more indies and, like, older games, or, I don't know, just not... I don't play much AAA stuff. And that's not, like, out of intentionality of, like, I'm avoiding AAA games. I just don't care. Like, most of them, I'm like, oh, it looks like shit. No, I wanted to get an out of this world combo. Ooh, okay, yep.
Find a good bed of warm company by selling this.
You friendly? Nope. I'm gonna be fucked fighting the Lizard King. I don't have any revives. Oh, these are the corrupt... No, I'm not gonna do that. Not friendly. Money. Ow, I couldn't see there were explosives back there. I can see there's some here.
Suppose I should take a bite.
Ah. Ow. Oh my god. Tidal waves are bigger, launched enemies float, dodge spawns a spark. This one.
Let the wind chase us. I shall not flee.
Nintendo and Capcom, pretty much, yeah, for like AAA stuff. That's the only thing that's really coming to mind. And I guess like FromSoft sometimes. I watched a video last night showing that Bloodborne on like emulator now is like crazy good. Like really, really good. So I might have to play Bloodborne sometime. Wolverine, Phantom Blade Zero, Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave, Silent Hill Townfall Control. Yes, I don't care about any of those. That Wolverine game, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it looked like shit. Food items provide extra health. I can... but am I even gonna survive this boss? Probably not. What will help me in that boss will be this. So I'm gonna get that. Okay, healed up. Wolverine, dude, seeing Wolverine fucking take cover behind a box and do a stealth takedown on an enemy, I was like, I don't know shit about Wolverine, right? Like, I don't know anything about X-Men. I've never watched any of the movies, never read comics, whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying that from like a video game perspective, I'm like, are you kidding? We're still doing the like hide behind cover, turn on detective mode, ping, seal the enemies, and then do stealth takedowns on shit. I was like, this is fucked. Okay, this boss, you fight normal enemies first. This boss I've not been able to beat. I've only fought him like twice, I think. And I'm just confused fighting him, right? As just my main thing. He has a move where he grabs you. But when he does it, he usually does like a tell first, where he kind of pulls his arm back to show, like, okay, he's gonna grab. And then I avoid it, so I don't get hit by it. But then he'll like just do it again immediately with no tell if I get too close. So I'm like, well then what do I do? Like, I can't tell if it's just a thing he can do randomly or if it is tied to that tell that he like does it multiple times. Like he does the tell once and then after that he just does it again without the tell. You know, it's like, I don't understand. I don't get it. So hopefully I do it this time without dying. Whoops. Yep. Oh, Jesus. Ow. I think I get food before I fight him. Yes, thank you. Strike increases static charge. Yeah. Alright, yeah, here we go. He always glitches here too. His sprite, like when he, yep, like that. When he animates, and then here as well, I think. Yep, for 1 frame. I don't know how well it came through on the stream, but like for 1 frame, his body twitches. Okay, when does he do the grab? Because that's just the... That's the part I'm... Oh my god, that I'm scared of. Ugh! I don't like the K. Rool belly. Oh, here, okay. Okay, so I dodged it there, right? But I think if I get near him, he'll just do it again. Ow. Ah, okay, see that, okay, that was like, okay, he did the, you know, he did the tell. I saw it. That was my fault. But there's other times he does the tell, I dodge it, and then he just does it, he just does it again. But without a tell. What? Okay. I guess I was still in range. Oh my god. No! Shit. Okay, the wall's gonna go spiky. Yep. Ow! I keep moving away, and then I forget that I have to block facing the other way. I hit him from the back while he's going after the marionette. Okay, I might have him this time. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I still don't understand the grab, because that time it was fine, but other times I've played this, he'll just grab me, like, out of nowhere when I'm standing near him. And I'm like, whoa, 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 what was I supposed to do to avoid that? Nothing? I don't get any upgrades for that? That's weird. Have I seen the Spyro? I've never played Spyro. I've never really had any interest in that new Spyro game, if that's the one you're referring to. I saw the trailer and I thought Spyro looked really ugly. Maybe when the spikes come out it becomes 2 grabs? I don't know, because I thought it was before that. But it's just weird that he has the tell where he goes, he pulls his hand back, he swipes, he misses, so I go, okay, now I'm gonna run in and punish him. But then I run in to punish, and he just goes, whoop, and he just grabs me again. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you... Like, I was watching back the footage of playing it last night, and I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand what I'm doing that's wrong here. These guys have really cool designs. Lizard people. For the record, dinosaurs, not lizards. They may be called terrible lizards, but shush, that's from like the 1800s. And also, saurus. It means lizard, but it also just means reptile. So. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand. I don't like roguelikes either. I put up with it in this game because it's really good in every other capacity. And the roguelike stuff isn't too bad. Alright, didn't think I'd make it back here on this run.
So good to enjoy some real warmth again. Not everyone can lay claim to warm blood.
Warm-blooded, cold-blooded, it's actually... it's not really correct to use those terms. The correct terms would be endothermy and endothermy and exothermy? Ectothermy, sorry. If your body heat is regulated from inside your body or from outside factors like the sun. See, Dead Cells was one where I really tried. Like, I really, really tried to get into it, and I don't know, I couldn't do it. But I think Dead Cells... Like, it's not like I hate it or anything. I thought the game was good, but I think it just... Dead Cells... I think I was running into more of that frustration of, like, I'm getting all the way to the end of a run, there's one part that's hard, and it keeps killing me, and I have to do everything again just to try that one part. And that was, like, pissing me off. Might save up for a bit first. Who's this guy?
Do you have some crystals? I need more.
1 crystal?
Oh, yes. Sweet. Do you have some crystals?
Oh, okay. He's just a junkie. I can't pick up the gold. He's standing next to it. It's not letting me get it. You asshole. I can't pick it up. It's only highlighting him. Fuzzy context, context sensitivity, fuzzy context. What is down here? Yeah, I don't like how insane the balancing is for a lot of that stuff either. Like, where it kind of feels like because it's all random and about stats and stuff that you can just make the game, like, stupidly hard for no reason. Because, lol, just grind and luck, maybe, will be on your side one day. Ow.
Suppose I should take a bite.
Ow. Trying to dash through. There we go. Ow. Nope. I kind of really have to pee, but I know that the run's gonna be over, like, really soon. So I'm refusing to go.
Well, I was hungry.
Nah, at this point it's distracting me. Hold on. Give me a minute. Where's my BRB? There it is. I'll be back in a sec. Hello, I'm back. So now, you know, I can really oh, is my webcam set to 30 FPS? I thought it was 60. Oh. What the hell? It was 30 FPS that whole time. I thought I always had it on 60. That's so dumb. Yeah, see, now I can really focus on the game. You know, now we've had a little break. Gonna really get back into it and die in the next 5 seconds. Probably. Alright, let's get back into this game.
That was fun. Back to the bazaar now.
Roguelikes in a nutshell. Roguelikes in a nutshell. I don't really like them roguelike games. I prefer more cowboy-like games myself, rather than those rogues. I don't know. Ninjas and stuff. I don't really deal with them these days. Sometimes John goes a little rogue. I don't know what he's up to. What the hell are you talking about? You ran off. You don't even look after your kids no more. You're kid singular, not plural. You got one, he's Jack, right? Just him? Unless you got some other ones you ain't telling us about. Hello? Yeah, that's my American accent. That's how I. That's when fucking some people, not a lot of people, but when some Australian people hear me speak, they think I'm American or Canadian or something. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You think I'm talking like this all the time? Dutch always said we were gonna go to Australia. Ain't happened yet. Or Tahiti? You think we can jump on those kangaroos over there? If we go to Australia? We ain't jumping on no goddamn kangaroos, you silly fool. I really don't like this marionette ability because it's so lame. It's like such a passive, you know, like, oh, spawn a thing so the enemies attack that instead of you. It's like the kind of thing where if I had a choice in any game, I would never get an upgrade like that or use it. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know? This life we live, very dangerous. Not sure how much time we all got left. Ow. When are they putting Arthur in Fortnite? When's that happening? I'm in Fortnite. I got the... No, Dutch is gonna go like, come on, boys, we gotta get those I can't do Dutch's voice. It's fucking too hard. This is my audition to get into voice acting right now. You can come see me at a convention where where people have to come to me and like recite lines that I said 20 years ago in a game I've never played and go like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Thank you for being such a big fan. So the difference with the Red Dead guys is they do actually probably remember a lot of that stuff because it was a much more intense process working on that game. Though I can't even afford that anyway. Like they were on that set for years, like acting out full scenes and stuff. So if you go and see Roger Clark, he probably will remember lines and things that he's done as Arthur. I know what you mean. I'm one of them Twitter voice actors. Okay, no, okay. If you want a Twitter voice actor... okay, I'm getting into character. Hey, guys. What's over here? Guys, we've got company. Oh my god. It's coming! Run! This game does kind of have little... It's got dragons, but it's got little, like, dragon things that are kind of like Dromaeosaur raptors. Yeah, an actor goes into a booth for, like, a day, maybe... Like, for a typical game... You know, like the Sonic actors and stuff. Like, they would probably have at most a few days to do all those lines. Maybe they come back a couple times to, you know, to do retakes, or, like, they've changed the script or something, you know. Sure. But, like, they're not... They're just reading words off a page, man. Like, they don't... Way less intensive than, like... Okay, and I'm not trying to downplay voice acting. I'm not trying to say voice acting sucks or it's not... You don't have talent, or I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying that the process for the actor, for a lot of these games, it's not like they're like, ooh, I gotta really think about how to do this role. Ooh, how am I gonna do? Gotta really learn my lines. Like, no, they go in and they read. What's the line? Okay. Hey, Exter, I'm gonna shit in your fucking ass, and I'm gonna win the game. I'm Sonic. Okay. Session done. Like, you know, they just... That's it. Like, they just do the lines, man. They're not gonna remember all that stuff. I think, wasn't it Sonic Boom? They did a whole thing of like, oh yeah, we were all in the booth together, you know, like they made this video like showing all of them recording in the same place, which I think was fake. Like, that's not actually how they did the voiceover for the show, but it made them look good from like a marketing perspective. Which kind of goes into a thing I've had an issue with for a while. I think they've spoken about on Red Letter Media, is how like bonus features these days are either non-existent or they just straight up suck, and they're just like marketing. Like, it's that we all had such a great time, we all had so much fun, everyone had so much fun making this movie. And you're like, dude, I don't give a fuck how much fun you had, I want to see how you made the damn thing, and they just don't show you that stuff anymore. Like, a lot of, oh, this is cool. A lot of bonus features now are just trailers. It's just a way to show, ooh, look how cool our movie is that we worked on it. And everyone's just talking about, oh my god, we all had such a great time working on this movie. I'm like, alright. It's the games are the same thing as well. It really pisses me off. Like, no, I want to actually know what you did. I want to know the process. Was that an out of this world combo? No, that was a sick combo. Ow. I want to know how you put me in on the horse. Can you show me how you did that, please? Spider-Verse? What? I didn't know that. Hopefully that means we'll, like, see something of it soon. Although, I don't know, to be honest, I kind of don't even want to watch a trailer for it. Because, like, I'm going to watch it anyway. I guess, I mean, it's nice just to see the artwork and be like, alright, cool, this is still a real movie, they're really doing it. But, can you come over here, please? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I almost don't want to watch it. Come down here. Down here. Thanks. Dude, I feel like this lightning shit is, like, playing the game for me now. It's so fucking powerful. Hey, you're supposed to... Yeah, you're supposed to go for that. Ah! Going in the air is risky. Ow. Oh, shit. The animation's done first, the actors watch it and acted the footage. Yeah, that is weird. And it's not that, like, it's impossible for good acting to come out of that stuff or anything like that, you know? There are some games I've played that do have great VA, and it's not just the, you know, the Red Dead kind of stuff or anything. It's like, you know, you can make it work, and like I like, you know, some of the original like voices of the Sonic characters and everything, but they're, you know, they're still operating under the same kind of thing that like the current ones are, where they're not really, you know, doing a whole lot. But that's why like I kind of feel bad for them going to these conventions and stuff, and the way people talk to them and treat them, and I'm like, man, I don't know. For me, I'm like, you know, I really liked that I got to meet Ryan Drummond and have a conversation with him. That was great. But I also like Sonic for way more things than just, you know, the guy who voiced him for a few years. And those conventions are mostly just that. And I'm like, I would rather, you know, like, talk to someone who actually, like, did something creatively substantial within, like, the game design and artwork and things. But obviously, you know, most of those people are Japanese. They're not going to be at, like, an American Sonic convention. And even if they were, like, what are they going to say if they can't speak English? So, like, I get it. But I'm also just like, for me, the appeal would be meeting someone with a bit more of a direct involvement with the craft. And that's an area where I think if you're meeting a more prestigious, like, live-action actor, maybe that makes a bit more sense, because they might have more input in the role. You know, a live-action actor is giving their whole physicality to the performance and mannerisms and stuff that's way more... yeah, I'm gonna die. That's like way more ownership than just being a voice. And again, I'm not trying to downplay voice acting. I have a great respect for voice actors. I really do. Oh, did he throw that in front and then it like 180'd to hit me? That's what it looked like. Because I was in front of him and he threw it, so then I ran behind him and it hit me anyway. But I guess it had splash, like, fall off of the waves, right? But that really looked like he threw it in front and then, like, boomeranged onto me. Whatever. It would be cool to talk to Junichi, and also that's different because he's been Sonic the whole time. So even if he doesn't quite remember fucking Sonic Adventure, he can at least tell you, like, well, here's what I just did for Sonic last week. You know, compared to Roger. So, like, yeah, you know, I came in for, like, Solid Colors and Free Riders, and I was sort of just, like, the best Sonic voice ever, and, you know, everyone loves me. I was Sonic in Sonic X. Ugh. And I can't do a Ryan impression, really, because Ryan actually sounds like a normal person. That's what he sounds like. That's how Jason talks. Okay, well, that's how he talks when he's Sonic. When he talks normally, he doesn't really sound like that. But when he's Sonic, this is the trick that like Steve mentioned as well. Is like when you're Jason, you have to. He calls it talking up and down because he's always going sort of like he's kind of like bobbing his head like a chicken. That's kind of the way Steve describes his voice, because it's constantly like this roller coaster of pitch and like intensity in his voice. It just keeps changing.
You are carrying the fight with Burn sisters and their guardians. As they have forced us to play, we must accept.
Okay, thanks. He does. He's always like, holy shit, what's going on? Oh, fuck. Launch a javelin that pierces enemies and pins them to the wall? That sounds cool. Can damage enemies and auto-target them? So that's why I haven't bought this one. Conjure a permanent sword companion that attacks you. I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want something that plays it for me. I want a move that I get to do.
Has Edric already asked you to bring him primordial seeds?
What?
You know
Who's
what they
that?
are, don't you? When enough blood is spilled, trees of Talam will drink it to shape wood.
Uh-huh.
That's probably why Edric is drawn to them. Man's more scars
Why
than
fire them up?
Don't get me
Okay.
wrong, primordial seeds are tremendous.
Okay. Thanks. I mean, I guess I'll just buy some of these because I have enough juice for it. I don't know if I want to buy these ones, though. I might wait until I unlock that other one so I can spend it on that instead.
Time to jump down the rabbit hole.
Man, I'm still missing some common ones here. Is that a saxophone? Or some kind of horn. Here's a recommendation. Look up hold on, I need to find which version it is. So there's an old jazz standard called Tiger Rag. And there is a version of it by Louis Armstrong. Is it this one? Hold on, I need to mute so it doesn't come through the microphone and I get a copyright claim.
Doing nothing is the best thing in life, I think.
Okay, I found it. Maybe I can play it if it's only like a short little bit. I don't know how well it'll come through if I play it on my phone. I should probably play it through the computer, but I can't be bothered. It just starts with Louis Armstrong, like he goes like, he plays the trumpet, he goes like, "Look out, boys! There's a tiger over there! He's gonna bite you around!" Like he's like fucking screaming. And it's really funny. You should all go listen to that song. You should all go listen to my song, please. Okay, so I got a few of these. What do you want?
Elves of Yeldrum used to tell
Uh-huh.
it be true. We sprang from
Okay.
aim for the
I can't do the Louis Armstrong voice for long, because after a while it kind of like hurts my throat, you know, because it's all kind of down in here. It gets a little sore, you know? Kind of difficult. I'm about to finish the stream. I did my second run and I'm kind of done, and I'll have some lunch now. So you can watch Hundreds of Beavers now if you got the time. I'll suggest you watch Hundreds of Beavers. What would be a song? What would be if Louis Armstrong composed a song for Hundreds of Beavers? How would the song? I don't know. I'm trying to think of an existing jazz song that could be reinterpreted to be about beavers in some way. Splatoon Raiders, my brother has it. He's been playing it on my Switch too, so I've been thinking I might try it at some point too. Dudes grant you a spark of power if you have none when using them. Is that good? I don't know. I mean, I have to get this one so it unlocks the next thing anyway. Oh, that's everything. Right? Oh, okay. Sure. Yep. I need to play Raiders ASAP. I like Splatoon. I'm not like as crazy about Splatoon as some people, but like I do like it. There's looking at Raiders, there's nothing about it that like screams out to me like I gotta play this game. But like I'm not seeing like the hook from watching other people play it, like watching my brother play it. I'm I can't like tell what about it makes it click. But I don't know, maybe Monster Hunter's kind of the same, where like just watching it is sort of like, oh, it looks cool, we fight monsters. But like actually playing it, you're like, oh, I get it. Like I'm seeing the decisions that are being made here. And I think to myself, what a wonderful game. All right. Any updates on the microphone potluck story arc or no? Good question to end the stream with. No, I haven't been like contacted by him again, or he hasn't like said anything again. He was did I mention about how like he was at Sonic Revolution when I went the last time? And he like semi vaguely threatened to come see me, or because he like this is back when I still used Twitter, and I said like I'm gonna be at Sonic Revolution, you know, and then he was like, "Can't wait to meet you, Caleb." And I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." But then he never came over to see me or say anything. Like I wasn't, you know, I knew he was gonna be there, and I was like, I don't like the guy. I don't have anything to prove. Like I'm just not, you know, I'm not gonna go talk to him or anything and like start shit. I'm just gonna enjoy the convention. He was the one who insinuated some, you know, connection of the two of us running into each other, and he didn't do anything. He never came over. He never said anything. So I don't know. Empty threats from a coward. I don't know. I do know he was at Sonic Boost, the San Diego convention, last weekend, and I wasn't there, but it looks like there was very little interest from the attendees in seeing him. It looks like barely anyone went to his table to see him, which doesn't surprise me, because to be honest, it was kind of the same thing at Sonic Revolution when he was there, and it was Eggman Revolution that year too. It was like, yeah, guys, we got Mike Pollock, woo, we got Mike Pollock, and like no one cared at all. Although I always use motion controls in gyro aim. That's why. That is a huge reason why I have this Steam controller, is for gyro aim. It's so I can play games with aiming and do it better. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I just hate motion controls. I just hate gyro, and it's like, you haven't used it. You have not. You play Splatoon online without using gyro against people who are, you're dead. You're gone. It's not happening. So yeah, I've since day one Splatoon on the Wii U, I was using gyro aim. It was a little weird at first, but then I was like, huh, this is really good. Like this works. Building fun synergetic gadget sets is so fun. Okay, cool. Do you not use gyro? Are you crazy? I thought for sure you would use gyro. Don't tell me you don't. But yes, all I know is, yeah, he was at Sonic Boost San Diego, and it looks like no one wanted to see him. So I kind of just wondered, like, why go? Like, is it that worth it? You know? I don't like that you can't use the right stick to aim up and down with gyro. Oh, okay, right, because the Splatoon gyro is more just for up and down, right? So then there's... Okay. Yeah, I think completely deactivating up and down is weird. You should be able to do both, or like adjust the sensitivity. I kind of understand why they prevent it though, because up and down on gyro is so much easier than left and right. Like trying to steer, it's way easier to just tilt the controller up and down. And I guess the levels are probably built for not like a ton of verticality. But yeah, I would like to try Raiders. I'm just worried that like it's going to be another, I don't know, like 20, 30 hour game. And I'm like, man, I got so many other things to play. Got so many games to play. Books to read, movies to watch, TV shows to get through. So much stuff. Try to pick what I can. But hey, I don't have quite the same backlog problem that Pariah has. I totally understand it. I get it. But for me, it's like I have a backlog that's like it's there for me to look at when I'm like, what do I want to play? But usually I'm just going through stuff of like, what do I just feel like playing now? And I'm like, oh, I'll play Alien Soldier. Oh, then that's on my backlog. Like, cool, I'll play that. Or a new game comes along. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to play that. I don't worry too much about like getting through everything. I don't obsess over it. I just have it there as like, oh yeah, that's right. I did want to play that. Oh yeah, let's play it. Let's do that. And then I go, wow, great game. I'm glad I played it. Glad I didn't forget about it. Yeah. I do understand with aiming. Yeah. That is weird. They don't just let you have an option of like turn on stick, up and down for aiming, but also have gyro or like have stick up and down, but then I don't know, sensitivity, like have more horizontal sensitivity, less vertical. I don't know. That seems like the kind of thing they should do. It's weird that they don't. Did I have anything else to cover before I go? I think I talked about kind of all the recent stuff that I've done. Yeah, I think we're good. Well, thank you for coming, everyone. I'm going to keep playing more Absolum because it's a really good game. I strongly recommend it, even though I don't like roguelikes. I think it's great. Next stream, I can't guarantee when it will be, but like the next time I stream it will probably be that game Myths Are 100% True, because I got sent a free review Steam copy code thing for it. And it looks like a cool game. Like it's something I'm interested in, but also just an indie developer sent me a free copy of their game. I don't want to like advertise it, but I feel like yeah, okay, we'll play it and see how it goes because it looks good. It's got very positive reviews, so that'll probably be the next thing we play. That I play. You guys aren't playing shit. All right. See you next time, everyone. Thank you for coming. Bye bye.